and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. My name is Carl Wasty, and please get comfortable. Join us as we take you through an adventure till 9 a.m. every single morning. And thank you for your support. All we can do is do the most with it, including giving you something like good things to talk about today. When it comes to the month of love, we are leaning in because, as you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we have to talk about relationships and what is a transactional relationship. We have the experts weighing in on that, and maybe you can do a quick assessment as to what type of relationship you are in at the moment. So don't worry, we got you covered. Plus, we're going to be in the kitchen. I'm hearing things like apple roses are going to come out of all of our recipes as well, which is going to be good. So you know what? We are trying to get a little romance, a little information, but of course, entertainment for the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, before we go anywhere, I do want to say hello to Zanele in Joburg. Hello.
Good morning, my beautiful Carl. You're looking so delicious this morning. What is it? Is it like this Tuesday feeling? I feel like you're just coming with new energy, King.
There's a lot of energy with me, but the thing is, when you know that you're going to be on a show with a Zanele, somebody of your caliber, with Carissa, somebody of her caliber, the thing is, it's a privilege to come to work today. I was here at 2 a.m. getting excited for the show, so I'm very, very happy.
You are so annoying, Carl. I was really going to tell you, I dreamt about this. At 1 a.m., I was dreaming about how I'm going to see Carl. It's going to make my life. So you know what? It's a draw. And there's a lot of love here. And Mzansi, you know we've always got a whole lot of love for you. There's so much on the way, a whole lot for you to look forward to. But Carl, I heard we're dressing Barbie this morning,
Yes, the thing is, we are indeed, because Carissa needs to find the perfect date night look, and we need to sort out. So remember, you can weigh in on social media, but first, here are your options.
You guys are too nice, man. Can you feel, Mzansi, that romance is in the air this morning? Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Show on this Tuesday. It is a Tuesday, and I'm going to need you to help me choose between two options. Now, when it comes to Valentine's Day, we know that we're either going to go on a date during the day or the evening, and either way, I've got you covered. So let's get started with the first one. Now, we want to have a table set with some delicious food, and we want to look as good, all right? And this one is absolutely fitting and gorgeous. We've got this beautiful maxi dress with the details that I have never seen before, sort of cut out netting details in it on the sleeves, also around the bottom, and just a beautiful plunged V-neck. Now you're going to pair it with some beautiful accessories like these drop earrings and the gorgeous belt to cinch in the waist, and of course some heels to elevate the look. Now that is look number one. I am kind of leaning towards it, but if you are more of a casual girly, this is going to be perfect for you on a wine farm. Can you imagine a little date night with those beautiful shoes with the studs? But let's get into this dress. Now this dress can go from day to night really easily. A nice white maxi number. It's got a beautiful almost cotton finish and a more stretchy top, so you know if you're going to get into a three-course meal, it's no problem. We also have some wonderful accessories with the gold belt and the leopard print. I mean, the options are here for you. Which one is it going to be, Mzansi? Option A or option B, Expresso fam? Remember to use that hashtag styled by Woolies, and of course you get to dress me in option 1 or option 2 by the end of this hour. So get to voting. Of course, everything is available at Woolies, and when you head to our social media, you can find us at Expresso Show. You can choose between the two gorgeous Valentine's Day or evening options. So happy voting.
Carissa is looking to be styled by Woolies and styled by you, Mzansi, and you got to choose option 1 or 2. I'm going to say 2 just because I want to match with my babe, but it's all up to you, so do the things and head on over to social media. And speaking of which, you know there's always a good morning post that's waiting for you, because we want to hear from you, all in the name of us and getting to know a little bit more about your love language. Our good morning post has to do with what it is you feel like is truly your love language. And this is all about, you know, what it might possibly be in the realm of someone doing your laundry, perhaps somebody buying you a delicious treat, or whatever it is. So you finish off the sentence, which is, my love language is when ... What is it? Do the right thing. Let us know. We want to jump on in it with you. And I'm going to be letting you in on mine a little bit later. It is all yours in terms of the floor, because you first, you're our VIP. And then we're going to get into some of those answers. Right now, though, the beautiful Carissa standing by with the news headlines.
Oh, thank you, gorgeous Sanele. 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into your national news making headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa says he wishes to engage with U.S. President Donald Trump over land reform and bilateral issues. Now, this follows Trump's social media posts accusing South Africa of land confiscation and mistreatment of certain groups, along with a threat to cut future funding. In response, Ramaphosa stated that the South African government has not confiscated land. Now, he emphasized that Expropriation Act is a constitutionally mandated legal process ensuring equitable access to land rooted in South Africa's commitment to democracy, justice and the rule of law. In other national news, the Minister of Minerals and Petroleum Resources, Gwede Mantashe, says African economies should use their mineral resources to negotiate with the United States and reach agreements that benefit the continent. Mantashe was responding to threats by U.S. President Donald Trump during his speech at the Africa Mining Indaba in Cape Town. Trump has threatened to suspend funding to South Africa over the country's Expropriation Act. He said African countries should not allow the threats to paralyze them. Mantashe is representing President Cyril Ramaphosa at the Indaba. Now let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where the foreign ministries of the Group of Seven condemned the major offensive by Rwandan-backed M23 rebels in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. In a statement released by Canada, the G7 urged both M23 and the Rwanda Defense Force to halt their offensive. They expressed concern over the capture of Minova, Sake and Goma, emphasizing the need to protect civilians. The ministers condemned the offensive as a violation of DRC's sovereignty and territorial integrity, noting the rise in displaced civilians and worsening humanitarian conditions. Meanwhile, French film director Christophe Rougier, 60, has been convicted of sexually assaulting actor Adèle Haenel when she was a child. He was sentenced to 4 years with 2 years suspended and will serve 2 years under house arrest wearing an electronic bracelet. Now, Rougier is also ordered to pay Haenel 15,000 euros in compensation and 20,000 euros for therapy costs. Haenel accused Rougier of manipulation as well as abuse during the 2002 film Le Diable, where Rougier allegedly molested her and continued the abuse under the guise of film lessons. Now we got to close off with a feel-good story and wish a very special something happy birthday. The Two Oceans Aquarium is celebrating its 30th birthday this year, and they're sharing the joy. Now locals can now visit for free on any day of their birthday month, just bringing an official document with your South African ID number. Now the special offer runs until the 31st of January 2026, so everyone gets a chance to dive in. More than just an epic marine attraction, the aquarium has spent decades rescuing, rehabilitating and educating through the Two Oceans Aquarium Foundation. From adorable penguins to awe-inspiring sharks, it's really the perfect place to soak up the magic of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. So why not make your birthday extra special with an underwater adventure? You've got a year to do it, Mzansi, so definitely add that one to your bucket list. And happy 30th birthday once again to the Two Oceans Aquarium. That's where we wrap up your news for now. Let's head into some sporting news with Carl.
Let's do that. Sporting action for you, and the DHL Stormers are in deep water at the moment. They have a massive setback ahead of the URC Derby against the Vodacom Bulls. With JD Schikkeling ruled out due to a shoulder injury, Stormers defense coach Norman Laker confirmed the lock will be sidelined for a while. Despite strong replacements, Schikkeling's absence is a blow, as he's been a key figure since returning from Japan. Now on to footy. Bayern Munich have extended Manuel Neuer's contract until the end of the 2025-2026 season, ending speculation about his future. The 37-year-old, hailed as the best goalkeeper of his generation, has won 11 Bundesliga titles, 2 Champions League trophies as well, and recently returning from injury, Neuer remains determined to add to his legacy after retiring from international football just last year. Now let's stay with football. Chelsea staged a dramatic comeback to beat West Ham 2-1, spoiling Graham Potter's return to Stamford Bridge. Jared Bowen got the Hammers ahead, and then Pedro Neto equalised before Aaron Wan-Bissaka's late own goal sealed the win. The victory lifts Chelsea to 4th in the Premier League, 2 points ahead of Manchester City and Newcastle in the Champions League race. And on to the business of cricket. IPL franchise owners RPSG Group have secured a 49% stake in Manchester Originals in the 100, reportedly paying £58 million. This values the team at over £100 million. RPSG had eyed London Spirit, but a Silicon Valley consortium outbid them with a £145 million offer for a stake in the Lords-based side. That's it for Sporting Action for now. Another update in 1 hour. As always, let's take a first look at your weather. Here's Zanele.
Thank you so much, Carl. And yes, Mzansi, let's get you in the know of what's happening in terms of your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with hail, heavy downpours and strong winds expected over the Eastern Cape, Highveld of Mpumalanga and northwestern KZN, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Meanwhile, a heat wave will persist over Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Free State, Northwest and Northern Cape until at least today, with dangerously high temperatures in the Lowveld and Limpopo Valley. Very hot conditions will also affect the Cape Winelands, Central Karoo, as well as Eastern KZN. We'll keep you up to date with anything else you need to know. But right now, I'm so excited for us to get into your sunrise view of the hour. We always ask you to please come and show us what you're waking up to. And Sari from Mudimole, 33 degrees Celsius is what you can expect today. But this picture that you sent through, absolutely stunning. The sun peeking through the trees, absolutely gorgeous. And you can see it's like literally in the beginning of the sunrise, because it's still got that orange hue to it. But I'm also a little bit jealous because you look like you're on some sort of resort, I don't know, out and about. It really makes me sad. You know, it's even sounding the alarms. That's how amazing it is. However, my lovely, I hope that you are ready to send us yours on 063-408-8863. Do show us what you're waking up to this morning for your sunrise view of the hour, and we'll show the rest of the country. With that being said, let's have a look at what your temperatures are looking like.
Temperature's looking very good today. Just give me a second. Carissa, we have to quickly, man. Sorry, just
Sorry, guys.
Sure. Can I tell you, this is exactly what happens, right? When you work this early in the morning.
I think I'm still waking up, to be fair.
Yeah.
Apologies, Expresso fam.
No, it's okay. Because when you work this early in the morning, one thing you need to understand is that while some of us get up at 2 a.m. with excitement, others, you know, we get here at about 5 to 6. We have to be honest with you. And so honest, we show you everything on social media. And something's just gone viral, Carissa.
Viral?
Yes, viral, because perhaps you have a certain idea as to what we go through. Because sometimes we can't always be at the time we're supposed to be here. We've got to be camera ready in just 3 seconds. So let me give you a little clip to give you an idea as to how someone illustrated the realities of working on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Okay, look here, that run. I need to talk about that run. Look here. What run? I need to know. I need to ask about. Just give me a second. Zanele, do you know what that run is called?
Yes.
I'm not too sure.
Listen, I'm going to call it the 3-second run right now. Because like you said, it literally is 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Carissa was just ready. Or maybe even a hero's run. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because not all heroes wear capes. The ones who can just go from, yeah, I need to get the... And professional.
You know?
Absolutely stunning, Carissa. This is
Thank
why
you.
you're an award-nominated presenter. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, somebody that gets me finally. Zanele, I feel so seen, bro. Oh my gosh. It is about that hero, Clark Kent, turning into Superman. You know, immediately you just got to switch on, Carl. Do you know that line?
No, I know that. The thing is, it's happened to me several times. I'm not going to lie. The thing is, there's not a single presenter on this show who can say, I'm always here early. I'm sorry, right? Because I know each one of them. They may not have a recording like you do,
Right.
but I'm telling you now, there are receipts. There's evidence here about those individuals. But there have been some comments on social media that we'd like to track through.
Oh no.
Just to get an idea of how you felt about watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like this one over here, and still perfect. The running was cute.
Oh, thank you. Can I tell you that when my sister-in-law saw me, she says, Carissa, we can tell you never did sports in your life. I was like, wow.
But there was a bit of the run had a flair.
It had a flair.
Look there, that arm. I want to, because how is the top of your arm so close to your body?
I've heard that is what the runners do. They go like this.
Like
and
this.
They propelled faster.
This I get you. You kind of like it's a micro helicopter that's going toward. There we go. There, and then straight to the spot there. And obviously G is just all too composed. By the way, can I just tell you, right, in your defense, G got there a second before you did. I'm letting you know. I'm just like, let me tell you the truth. I'm going to unpack this entire show's truth here. The reality TV show is coming out soon. But I'm telling you now, G got there a second before you got there. Looking all composed. There are more comments that came through. Let's take a look here. Abule was saying, my anxiety thinking, what if you trip? Do you know there was a moment in that video, if you want to go and play it back, where you ran over the cables, the camera cables. There. I was like, please don't. And I could feel what Bulela was feeling as well. I was like, no, please don't trip.
Because it was that close, for real. I could have. If my foot just, it would be a different show, let me tell you that.
Exactly, it would have been different. But also, Graham would not have held himself. That's the problem there.
Jennifer also said, just love Carissa's energy and beauty. Jennifer, you can stay.
That's it,
Jennifer can stay. Thank you, Jennifer. I love you.
Jennifer's looking
So
beyond,
great.
right? The way beyond. There's actually, wow, Mangaliso, adorable, love the enthusiasm, just radiates joy. Perfect way to start today. Mangaliso, just let's focus on the video's content here for a second, okay? Let's focus, because we know a radiance. All right, but sometimes radiance is late. Okay, so I just want to let you, let's focus on what we're talking about here.
Can I tell you, Carl? So in my family, it is known the Cupidos are always late. It's really bad. Like growing up, my dad was the one, he's from the military, so it's surprising. But every single family gathering, they're like, give them 2 hours, they'll be here. And so my uncle messaged me, he said, Carissa, this can't be the case. On national TV, you cannot, your reputation precedes you. And
it's fine, but I mean, it's your month, Cupido. If you think about it, hey? Cupid, you know, bing. So the thing is, you can do no wrong this month. That's your entire month, just saying.
Tell Lucia.
More comments, I will. Then Tsepo saying, guys, no show on earth I enjoy more than #Expresso show. The thing is, the mere fact that you could be late and inspire more love for the show, which means you being late is generating more viewers, therefore, hopefully more income and then salary increases.
Are you following
I'm just
that?
saying. That would be amazing.
Big brain things.
Right?
I like it.
Oh, look at you. And then Lloyd Jansen. We know Lloyd very well. Part of the Black Ties, famous singer. I can hear Lucian Albertine loud and clear. I won't air. Yo, can I tell you, if only you saw Lucian's stick on set, by the way. There have been many days where you're seconds away and that stick comes for you. And
out of nowhere.
And can I tell you, as soon as you see the stick, you know what happens? You start running like this. That's what happens to you. Anyway, it's like that. But you know what? It's a great moment. Please go check it out online. We posted it on our social media pages. But there are still a couple of things coming up. Have you ever made vol au vents before? Vol au vents?
Sorry? You called me a what?
Vol au vents. Have you ever made vol au vents? Right? Basically, you take the recipe and you vol au vent. It's actually the way you ran. It's called a vol au vent. I just realized that now. But yes, we're going to get into the kitchen because we're going to do butternut and sage vol au vent.
Oh, that sounds divine.
It's going to be divine.
We're just cooking today, aren't we?
We are cooking.
I'm so excited.
Hey?
We're also going to chat about cancer, World Cancer Day, which is today on the 4th of February. So we're going to get into their latest initiative and campaign. And I can't wait to reveal those details. And I will be on time, I promise you.
Vol au vents.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Look who is here and made it on time, because this morning we're focusing on the pressing issues, and this is surrounding cancer care in South Africa as we recognize World Cancer Day, observed annually today on the 4th of February. Now, this year's theme is United by Unique, and it calls for a more people-centered approach to cancer care. And joining us to discuss this and cancer's role in addressing cancer-related challenges is Ms. Dorothy Duploy, Service Specialist at Cancer. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. Look how gorgeous
Anytime.
he looks.
You're welcome anytime.
Telling you.
But on this day, we always celebrate under certain themes.
Yes.
United by Unique is the theme for this year. Can you give us a bit more as to what that means for the campaign?
You know, the Union for International Cancer Control
Yes.
globally decides on the theme every year, and
Yeah.
this year they chose United by Unique for 2 years. And the reason for that is globally there's been a misconnect about cancer diagnosis, being
Yes.
the disease focus, and forgetting that there is a person, family, village behind that. So they said that this year we're going to focus on that, to bring everybody involved in cancer care
Yes.
to the realization that the patient needs to have a people-centered approach.
Love this.
And you'll be surprised how many survivors just embraced the theme. You know, we asked them to do upside down selfies.
Oh.
And they did upside down selfies. So, you know, you take a picture of
Yeah.
yourself and you just
Yes.
yeah. And then they had to say, cancer, you know, the cancer diagnosis affected my life. I know that the one person said she felt like she was in a whirlpool of misery.
Wow.
But she said, but. And then they had to have a but. But I've survived it.
Sure.
I'm here, and I've really am kicking cancer's butt. So,
Yes,
Love it.
I'm so here for that. I love
so
the
that
butt.
story is what,
Yeah.
what gives hope, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that there's the option for hope. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
not
it
where
is.
your story ends. There's
Yes.
so much more to
Yes.
come. But we have to talk about the reality. And with the projected cancer diagnoses by 2030, I mean, that's just in 5 years from now, it sometimes presents a bit of a scary future for us. So when we think about some of the biggest challenges that we face when it comes to early detection and treatment, even accessibility, especially in South Africa, what does that look like?
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary because we know that the treatment centers are all located in major cities. And the bulk of cancer patients are outside of that parameter. So the accessibility is an issue. A cancer patient a person that thinks they might have a scare aren't able to just walk in anywhere, and so accessibility is an issue. And then of course the late diagnosis, machines breaking down, etc. So all of that is what the cancer patient have to deal with, on top of the fact that they think they might have cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, and you want early detection. You know, you need that in
Yeah.
several cases. But that's why you are there. That's why cancer is there to assist in any way. And I know that your advocacy for making sure people are supported, it's always there. And
Yes.
if there's anything that somebody would need to hear right now in terms of seeking resources, somebody that feels like they don't have access, how is cancer bringing that closer to people who need access to that assistance?
Yeah, we've got various programs. We've got, first of all, our supportive programs for the
Yes.
cancer patient, the cancer survivor.
Yes.
You know, we've got a telecounseling line in 7 languages.
Wow.
We've got support groups running in various towns, walk-in support groups, WhatsApp support group, Facebook support groups. And that's just not for the cancer patient, is also for the caregivers and for a loved one looking after that. And then we have our care centers where you can walk in and ask to speak to somebody. Our biggest role is the whole issue of access, and we've got a beautiful, wonderful advocacy department. And so what we do is, if somebody contacts us via the website, etc., saying, look, I'm really struggling, I've been told I must wait so long before I'm going to be seen, I keep on hearing the machines is broken down, etc., because of our relationship with the government departments, we are able to then investigate and say, look, this is a case, this is everything, and try and smoothen that for the cancer patient.
Beautiful.
So that is our role when it comes to advocacy, support, support to the family,
Yes.
group work, etc. So we come into the life of the cancer patient when they have just heard that they've got cancer, be it at any stage of the cancer. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And I love that you've also mentioned that the community is taken care of, because
Yes.
I can tell you now that cancer affects all of us. It is so common and so prevalent. But when we talk about maybe offering a bit of hope in terms of just managing your health before maybe it even gets to that point, do you have any measures that one could even take today to take a hold of their life and make sure that they are taking charge of their health?
Yeah, we promote know your family history. That's the first thing you need
Yes.
to do. Go for your testing regularly. Once a year, women pap smear, breast examinations, etc. Male prostate, testicular self-examination. So there's various tests that you can do. We've got a beautiful website. They can go on there and see. But also to take note, if your body's telling you something isn't right, then it usually isn't. And don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait because of the fear of what the doctor is going to say. Go and have a test, go and have it checked out. And if you're not happy with the first consultation, go for a second opinion. And we would really like patients and families to get their voice. And that is the people-centered approach. You have a voice, you ask the questions, you know, and because early detection does save lives.
100%.
I like what you said there about people are fearful of finding out what's happening in them.
Yep.
And they'd pick that whole oblivion. They'd pick
Yes.
I'd rather not know in case anything happens, etc. But I think that's why it's very important for us to do that. And you know what? Listen to our bodies, which is great. We don't want you to go anywhere. We have another part 2. We need to chat about
Okay.
more things. If you have any questions, 063-408-8863. Dorothy will be on this couch for you as we are acknowledging that it is indeed Cancer Day today.
It is Cancer Day, and it only seems appropriate that we celebrate Pharmacy of the Week, where we get into dedicated professionals shaping the healthcare system. Now, this week, we shine the spotlight on Willow Park Pharmacy in Roodepoort, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Willow Park is opgerig in 1977 en vir die laaste 47 jaar is dit ons voorreg om ons gemeenskap te dien. Elke personeel hier is hand uitgekies omdat hulle 'n hart het wat wil dien en 'n ongelooflike passie het vir mense. Ek neem trots daarin as apteker, want ek weet ek bevorder die gesondheid. Ek gee leiding ten opsigte van medisyne. Ek ondersteun en help genees. Ek bemagtig die pasiënt met medisynekennis. Dapper is die woord wat die aksie beskryf wat ons neem ten spyte van ons vrese en tekortkominge. Ons hou moed, ons bly kalm en ons dink logies. Ons verloor nie hoop nie. Ons pas aan by ons omstandighede. Ons stel die voorbeeld.
Die gemeenskap van Willow Park Apteek is ons mense. Dit beteken ons leef saam met ons gemeenskap.
Persoonlike verhoudings is vir ons baie belangrik. Ons doen ons inkopies in die gemeenskap. Ons kinders gaan saam skool in die gemeenskap. Ons gaan selfs aan kerk toe in die gemeenskap. Ons ervaar waterbeperkings en kragbeperkings saam.
Ons ondersteun ons mense. Ons is lief vir ons mense.
We are brave because we do what we need to be done, regardless of our fears and difficulties. Adcock for many years have supplied reliable service, good quality, availability, and cost-effective medicine.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Suffering from a blocked or runny nose, body aches, congestion, pain, and fever. Today, be brave in the face of colds and flu. Use Carenza Paracy. Carenza Paracy. Relieve cold and flu symptoms this winter. Carenza Paracy. Proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Thanks to all those incredible pharmacists. You are a pivot of a community's health. And of course, talking about health on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we will be continuing our chat with Dorothy. It is indeed Cancer Day, and there are a lot more questions we have to ask, so make sure you stay there for that. And then, of course, the theme for Cancer Day today is, of course, United by Unique. But the thing is, someone who's very unique is Carissa, and you got to pick her first date night look, which is great today. So we'll find exactly which one you picked in the next couple of minutes, so make sure you stay there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It's a Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'd love to make you feel good, but also inform you where needed. And we're back with Dorothy Deploy from Cancer, exploring the United by Unique campaign and the ways individuals and communities can contribute to improving cancer care in South Africa, and more importantly, awareness around cancer too. So, Dorothy, to continue our conversation on this very important day, United by Unique, I think a large part of Cancer's drive is to make sure people feel seen, feel heard, feel understood, feel like someone's in their corner. And what are the ways that you are implementing this type of mantra?
I think that what we do is we've got a beautiful setup. So someone would contact us, be it online, be it email, etc.
Yes.
And immediately the team goes into action. You know, it goes to the webmaster, whoever, or the info line. It gets rerouted to the right person in the right department, making contact, starting the discussion, etc.
Yes.
Advocacy, getting all the information. Okay, that is the issue at that in that province, etc. How do we now contact them, etc. So that we also have a 24-hour turnaround time. So if you contact us, we will respond to you, be it a yay or a yay. We maybe can't help you. You need to be referred to another, another way, somewhere else. We will see what we can do. We will take your hand. We will look at what resources are out there. So it's very much a walking the journey with a person that has contacted us because they need us to walk the journey with them.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that there's a 24-hour turnaround time as well. That's very important because I can't imagine what it's like for someone to have certain news, to feel a certain thing, and then not have somebody respond to them timelessly, which is just one of those things. But let's continue because I know that you have a lot of care centers. You've got, you're chatting about a certain helpline, which I love, the fact that there's availability for that. So are these the resources that you want people to know about so that they can contact them at the moment they hear there's a diagnosis, or even when they're about to get a test of their markers, when they're about to get a biopsy? Are those resources there for those moments as well?
Yes, we've got a toll-free line. And so they phone our toll-free line, and we've got somebody manning the toll-free line, and then they get that call gets routed to the telecounselors, who picks up the call, who makes contact, etc. And our cancer care centers is where you can walk in, speak to somebody, say you would like to speak to somebody. Maybe you need a wig, prosthesis, etc. And we've got information desk at our major hospitals. So the information desk is where the patient can come when they come in for their treatment. They can come to the information desk. There's volunteers, etc., manning it, and they can tell them about cancer, the organization, and what it is we do, and how we can assist. Because also, usually your patients coming into your treatment center are from outside of the parameter of the hospital. They're coming in for their treatment, etc., and they don't always know. So our information is about 2-3 years old now that we started that in partnership with the hospitals, made space at oncology, where the patient go, where they're going to get the bad news, let's be there. So we've got information desk, we've got telecounseling line, we've got a website, we've got a webmaster that manages the website and responds to every request, and then we've got our advocacy, etc.
Yeah, this is wonderful. I mean, it's a full-scale resource center, which is calming for many people who are going to embark on a journey, who are about to get a test. If that's you, there is assistance out there, which is so powerful. But I think it's important in this light that you want to get people to share their unique experiences, which is why this concept United by Unique, because I think everybody's journey, you feel so alone. No one knows what you're feeling. No one knows what you are going through. But as soon as people start sharing stories, you start finding out, hey, there's a part of that story that reminds me of myself. I'm not alone. Is that why you want people to share these unique stories?
Yes, because you'll be amazed. People cry when they hear the stories of others. Because number one, they're not alone. Number two, they didn't know others were going through what they were going through. And so this is the sharing of the stories on Facebook, on social media, in groups, etc., where there's... I've got cancer, I'm going through treatment. There will be somebody in the group that has gone through that. That can take me through the process and say, each person's journey with cancer is unique, but also their shared experiences.
And that's why United by Unique. Unique stories, shares of vulnerability, but more importantly, being powerful together, which I love. If you were to have a message to somebody who is apprehensive about what this is, about sharing their story, about sharing that they have got a diagnosis, what do you want to say to them now?
I firstly want to tell them they can be anonymous.
Okay.
They can block out their face.
Okay.
And share their story, and but that they can share by sharing your story, by writing your story, you kind of, and also the message from the UICC CEO was that it's important that cancer patients are heard, seen, and are given attention to.
Yes. Absolutely, which is wonderful. And Dorothy, thank you so much for your time here today. You've been wonderful. I do want to mention that there are some free screenings that I want you to see. And we have these here. So as you can see, Affordable Primary Clinic, 6th of Feb. That's an opportunity for you. Anonymity Vital, 9 February, that's there for you as well. That'll be in George. And then Gqeberha, 9 Feb as well, from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock. As you can see, Malmesbury as well. So there are many screening locations thanks to cancer. And just remember that you aren't alone. There are resources for you. And by understanding and integrating the unique needs of individuals such as yourself into cancer care, we can work towards a future with better access, improved outcomes, and greater support for all.
Right now is where I can tell you that as Woolworths, we are always in you and getting you ready for what is to come. And Valentine's Day is just a moment away, my lovely. And just a few moments ago, the beautiful Carissa, she said, hey, I need your help, Mzansi. Please come and help me out. How do you think I should dress for a date night? She gave you two options. It was a maxi dress that looks absolutely stunning with its print, the red and white absolutely coming through beautifully. And then there was the white A-line dress. And we gave you these options, asking you to go and vote on social media. Hashtag styled by Woolies. And Thelma Cheryl Anderson kicked us off and said the white one. It just looks so fresh and so very summer. I am absolutely with you, my angel. Then Bloom said, good morning, Expresso. Definitely option 2, and it's the month of love. Carissa will definitely look gorgeous. Ooh, I agree. Remember, I also chose option 2. Marissa said rocking option 2 for today's look. I love your work, Marissa. And then Nkatazo said, look number 2, please. She looks like an angel. It's true. She always does. And then in the color white, even more so. And this is why right now I have to ask you, Carissa, my beautiful girl, please reveal yourself to the country. Show us what you're looking like in option 2.
Ta-da! Zanele, you called it, you manifested it. We are matching, we are twinning, baby. Well done, Expresso fam. I had my hesitation, but look at me go. This beautiful A-line white dress. Zanele, let me tell you, Valentine's is coming and I'm ready.
Babe, you are more than ready. You are actually Valentine's yourself. Where you're sitting right now, you are Valentine's. And I absolutely love it. Do you feel beautiful, my Carissa? Do you feel like you'd be able to go out on a date night and just feel confident and excited?
I know you said date night. I'm thinking more vacation. Let me take a week off and just make sure that everybody sees me in this gorgeous dress. It's got pockets too, and it is just so gorgeous. Add a little bit of gold accessory, the red lip, the leopard print. I'm feeling good.
I can just see this. Carissa, you're going to be heading off to the Maldives soon.
Come
We're
on.
going to all have to pick up extra shifts because Carissa's off out and about for Valentine's Day. And you know what, Zansi? When you are out and about for Valentine's Day, Woolies has got your back. It is always all about getting you ready and in your best self, because when you look good, you feel good. And what better way to do so with all of the beautiful ways that Woolies has just sent you some style in the form of dresses and all these beautiful items that will allow you to truly be your best for Valentine's Day. Make sure you check it out nationwide, whether it is in store or even online or the Woolworths app. That is where you can get yourself one of the beautiful looks, such as the one that Carissa's sporting. And I can't wait for you to have the best Valentine's ever when you're hashtag styled by Woolies. And friend, Valentine's Day, it's around the corner. Woolies getting you ready.
Well chosen, thank you. That was my favorite option as well, and you picked it. Thank you. That was great. And now to reward you, I got a recipe. 5-ingredient Valentine coming your way. It's butternut and sage. You're going to love it. So easy. And the great thing is, imagine your guest coming over saying, I made Valentine. They're like, Valavat? It's going to be great. So we also have some, I'm going to say drama. The Soweto Derby, a lot of drama there. We're going to unpack this in the next few. So Zanele is going to be taking that on. But we have a recipe. We've got a touch of drama. We've got everything you need right here on Expresso.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. And this morning we have to unpack something that caused an uproar all across the country. Yes, it is one of the biggest derbies in the entire world, not just in Africa, my friend. It happens every now and again during the year where we get to witness Orlando Pirates going up against Kaizer Chiefs. And each and every time it causes the biggest rift because everybody has chosen one side and everybody wants their team to win. Sorry, Chiefs. I know you're still crying. It is what it is because the Pirates came out on top and they did so on Orlando ground. And my friend, there were so many people who had a whole lot of questions asking, was this all fair? In the last minutes, the Pirates won. Was it correct? Were the calls right? This is why today we brought along AJ Ndlaleni, who's going to be letting us in on what he thinks and what in fact did go down this weekend. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome, please. AJ?
Hello.
Pirates? Chiefs?
Pirates.
So you're a happy man.
I'm happy.
Oh.
The happy people are happy.
Good to the happy people. But you're going to give us a very objective view.
Yes, it's very objective.
I love that because, you know, we have to, our Chiefs,
yeah,
they're hurting at the moment.
Ish.
And of course, we know that there was so much that, you know, the Pirates did to get that very last minute, like done, sealing a win, 3 points, doing the things that need to be done. But this is why I need to ask you, was it the right call or do you think the Chiefs were hard done by?
No. It was the right call. I mean, even if you watch it in slow-mo, you can see Blom clearly impeding on Mufokeng after that control of the ball. You know, and I think what's confusing people is that he played an advantage and he didn't. He just delayed the whistle. Had he not delayed the whistle, as per Oprah Victor, it would have been a straight red card. But because he delayed the whistle, now it was a yellow card. The sanction is now dropped into a yellow card. So it was a foul, I'm sorry, Chiefs supporters. But then, you know, who else to take the penalty? Then, I mean, that's one of the coldest penalties I've seen in the PSL in a long time.
It was amazing.
You know, in a derby, that's practically the last kick of the game. And then you chip, you know, because it's either you win us the game or you lose us the game. So that shows the big match temperament of the Pirates youngsters.
100%. And honestly, I feel like, you know, Orlando Pirates just kind of sealed the deal to be like, hey, we still are on top of you guys, okay? Because a lot of people went into the weekend going, anything can happen.
Yes.
But let's talk a little bit about how great the Chiefs came out. I mean, they've been the underdogs for a while now, especially against the Pirates. And we've seen the Pirates take a lot of wins before this specific derby. But let's talk about just, you know, the really great chances that they had at just taking on the Pirates and possibly even making it a draw. You know, what were some of the really beautiful moments where the Chiefs could have had the upper hand?
I mean, the biggest one was Modi within, what, a couple of seconds of the game?
Yes.
Where he could have... I think in his head, like I said earlier, these are youngsters, right? So you have 90,000+ people watching you. You have the ball. They can see you heading to the goalpost. They're already celebrating. And then you also think that you have celebrated. And then, of course, Chaine, with his experience of also being in form in CAF and stuff, that's why they had a couple of good chances because in the middle they were very strong. I mean, like, for you to block Mufokeng for the entirety of the game, for you to block all those players, all those skillful players, you know, their shape was beautiful. So it's not all lost. You know, Chef is cooking. It's just that I think he's cooking, you know, when you cook a lamb stew, it takes time. Yes, it's not a quick, you know, microwave pizza. You know, the Chiefs supporters think, we're going to win something. Nah, it's going to take time.
I love this analogy. Yes, I love this analogy. And let them cook, okay?
Yes,
let them cook. They're doing the things. And of course, for me, I'm also just like, I feel as though, you know, in that match, the goalkeepers were the Beyoncés, okay? I said that to someone. They said, don't disrespect the players. I said, hey, by that, I just mean they were shining, okay? They really did amazingly. Can I ask you, you know, had it not been for that specific miss with Modimo, like you mentioned, do you think things would have turned out a little bit different?
It would have maybe turned out into a stalemate, but you never know. When Pirates is on the back foot, they always find a way to win. I mean, look what they did in Egypt. It's unheard of to beat Al Ali in Egypt, you know. So it might have been a stalemate, but it would have changed, of course, the complexion of the game.
Sure. Well, I mean, you know what? The Pirates can be happy that there was no change in complexion. Our complexion is shining bright in the color black. Thank you very much. Because I know for me, just watching and having that very last beautiful goal that allowed us to walk away with 3-0, or rather 3 points. I think it's really beautiful. And shout out my fellow Pirates. We shall smile. You know what I mean?
You know.
Yes. Thank you very much. City once always for the Pirates, for the people who indeed did the things that needed to be done. And it is always so beautiful just to see the culture of football in South Africa come out the way that it does each and every time we have a Soweto Derby. And thank you so much to AJ, of course, for coming through and giving us a little bit of a rundown of what went down this past weekend. You heard it from your Feel Good Breakfast show. There was nothing untoward, family. It is what it is. But right now, I need to check on the family there, inside, there where we are in Cape Town. Friends, are you Pirates? Are you Chiefs? Are you crying? Are you not? Carissa, Carl, tell me.
Well, at the moment, we don't have a battle of that type of, the Pirates and Chiefs, but we have Butternut up against Sage. But they have to work together in what they call a kitchen derby. It's great. The vuvuzelas are out here already for the flavor. It's like that because we have an easy appetizer for you. You can try this. 5-ingredient vol au vent. Now, the thing about the recipe is that it sounds so exotic and so easy to make. You can impress guests. Crispy, buttery pastry and a creamy filling topped with roasted butternut and sage. What more do you need other than a sous chef like me? Because Carissa will be taking you through this recipe. It's on expressoshow.com if you need it. But let's go. Now, here's the thing. Thank you for picking Carissa's look today.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful. Remember, the bag comes with a look, which means that can't come off during the recipe. Great. Let's talk about it.
Don't be surprised. The bag stays on the arm stays in the air.
It has to be.
Okay.
It has to be one of those things, yes. So what are we doing?
We are making a delicious pastry today.
Thank you. Let's do it.
It's a really interesting but really easy one. So you could either use puff pastry because you get the layers and the fluffiness, or you could use like crust pastry, but that will become a little bit thicker. All you have to do is like this, right? Easy.
That's
and then like this, easy.
And then
you take it out.
Is that it?
Literally.
Oh.
And this is what you cook.
Great recipe. Are we done?
We're done.
Oh, cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining.
Okay, wait. I am ruining that a little bit.
It's okay, but this is...
But this is it. The first one never goes as planned, you know?
That is like that. It's like...
got some character.
It's like relationships as well. Anyway.
They expire too. First ones don't exist.
The first one never works.
It never works. Okay, let me do another one. Let me go a little bit harder on it.
I see what you got here. Okay.
Yes.
That's it. I see what you're trying to do.
Bringing a French flair.
So on the second cut here, are you trying to still make it bonded to it? So that's actually the base, because you're trying to get it to puff on the sides.
I'm going a
to
bit
make
hard,
it cup, right?
Going a bit too hard. There we go.
That's fine.
I got excited. It's the bag on the arm. What can I say?
The bag on the arm is always functional in a kitchen, okay? It is functional. That's
Speaking about functional, let's make some butternut. So we got to season it, right?
Yes.
So we got to roast the butternut.
Do we need some salt?
I think we need some. Oh yeah, don't worry, I got you.
Oh, do you have it? In
so
the
we
bag.
got some.
Look how functional this bag is. Thank you for picking so well.
Thank you. This is exactly what I was going to say.
Can I add some?
Salt Bay.
Done.
Delicious.
Thank
Let
you
me
very
return
much.
the salt.
It's okay, cool. I just want to make sure that it's closed. Otherwise, your bag will be assaulted. Sorry. Okay. Great. Do you want some pepper in here?
I'm going to take care of our onions while you're there. Some pepper, please.
Pepper's in there. What else do you need?
Would love some olive oil in there too.
Olive oil. Okay. From a height.
Yeah. And while you're busy there, our onions are going, getting nice and golden brown. I'm going to add in some sage too. And the sage is going to get delicious and crackly.
Can I tell you, sage is something that I think people, they never really take it seriously.
Yeah.
Because sage is gorgeous.
It's
fragrant. It has this, I don't know, it's like an aromatic, but then also a seasoning on top of a bunch of different applications, especially with butternut.
I'm telling you.
That's
and
how
with
it goes.
butter too. So you could always
I don't have a bag, but I also brought sage from home.
Oh, I'll have some more.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So I just brought it from home here. I just thought I'd bring it along.
Appreciate that,
Are you
Carl.
sure? I mean,
I would love like a couple more sage leaves.
I just want to make sure that you get your sage leaves here.
Yeah.
And the great is like in a pan, butter, it just crisps up. That's really cool. And then let's just try and fast forward for a second, because naturally, you know what they do? They talk to us.
Yes.
And they're like, expressoshow.com's got the recipe, but Carissa and Carl, can you just hurry up? I hear you, and we will, okay? Give us a chance.
It's the bag. They jealous. Right. Okay. A little bit of butternut, right?
Yes.
Of course.
So we cooked that down in a baking tray, and it's been good and lovely, and maybe even an air fryer that works out too.
Air fryer is perfect.
That's cool. If you want a quick hack, though, you go microwave first, then air fryer, get the crisp, move on.
Yummy.
Let me see. What was that?
The bag caught it.
The bag, yes.
The bag caught it.
What was that? Did you put in some
That's ricotta.
Okay, yes. And that's
some
something, that's a
butternut.
ricotta you can actually make in your own kitchen, by the way. It's
Oh, you
very,
can?
very easy. Yeah, it's such a nice thing to make. You've seen, this is why you have something called a cheesecloth as well.
Okay.
You can make your own ricotta in your own kitchen, as simple
can.
as that, which is always cool.
And I
it's
put some
simple.
parmesan in here too.
Do it. That's hot.
Okay, that's
Careful.
hot.
Do you want to use the bag for that? Okay. Study had a cloth in the bag that would help you out.
So I got a bit overzealous with the onions. Don't
That's
cook it as
fine.
much as I did, but you just add the onions and the sage in.
And you took the onions nice and far. You know what I like about that? You got the sweetness of the butternut and then that bitterness of that beautiful charred onion. It really creates a good balance.
The
Then you get
balance
the
of
sage,
flavours.
aroma. And then after that, I'm assuming that to fast forward very quickly, this is what happens to them after they've been out the oven. You obviously pour them out, right? And once you've done that, you just make sure they're filled. Take a spoon, take each one of these as well, and then we are popping that in there,
that
right?
is perfect,
That's it.
Carl.
Is that what we're doing?
That was the perfect amount too.
I just want to make sure that that's
The ratio.
the ratio
I
is
hear
there, man.
you.
That's cool. And we're going to fill these and then booyah like
Oh,
that. I mean,
beautiful.
personally, just because I'm like that, I would take like some really mature cheddar and then just get a malt on top of that as well. But don't follow my recipe. The real recipes on expressoshow.com. Thank you so much to you and your bag for being here
Thank you.
today. I really appreciate that.
appreciate you.
We'll be right back after these.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We got to get into your 7 o'clock news as we wrap up the first hour, and 2 more still coming your way. Now we get started nationally, where the South African road users are expected to pay significantly more for fuel from tomorrow. The latest figures from the Central Energy Fund show that the price of petrol will increase by between 75 and 81 cents per litre. Diesel prices could increase by about 89 cents per litre. Now, the Department of Petroleum and Mineral Resources is yet to confirm the official prices. According to economists, there is a possibility that fuel prices could rise again in March based on the current performance of the rand. In other national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa says he wishes to engage with U.S. President Donald Trump over land reform and bilateral issues. This follows Trump's social media posts accusing South Africa of land confiscation and mistreatment of certain groups, along with a threat to cut future funding. In response, Ramaphosa stated that the South African government has not confiscated land. He emphasized that the Expropriation Act is a constitutionally mandated legal process ensuring equitable access to land rooted in South Africa's commitment to democracy, justice, and the rule of law. Now, in your international news making headlines, USAID employees were ordered to stay home yesterday after Elon Musk suggested closing the agency. Musk, an advisor to President Trump, but not a government official, leads the Department of Government Efficiency. He does not have the legal authority to close USAID, which distributes billions in global humanitarian aid. USAID's website has been down since Saturday, and employees' emails were also shut down. Trump, while criticizing USAID, referred to it as being run by, quote, radical lunatics, end quote. Democratic lawmakers have called the move, quote, illegal and unconstitutional. Meanwhile, the foreign ministers of the Group of Seven condemned the major offensive by Rwandan-backed M23 rebels in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. In a statement released by Canada, the G7 urged both M23 and the Rwanda Defense Force to halt their offensive. Now, they expressed concern over the capture of Minovo, Sake, and Goma, emphasizing the need to protect civilians. The ministers condemned the offensive as a violation of DRC sovereignty and territorial integrity, noting the rise in displaced civilians and worsening humanitarian conditions. We close up with this story for your 7 o'clock news, where Sunday night's Grammy Awards dazzled, with Beyoncé and Kendrick Lamar taking top honors amid fundraising efforts for Los Angeles wildfire relief. The night brimmed with stellar performances, passionate speeches, and bold fashion statements. Yes, leather chaps are back. A major moment saw Beyoncé finally claim the Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, an ironic twist given her previous lyric lamenting the Grammys' snubs. Long overdue, her win followed years of losses to less groundbreaking works. Meanwhile, Sabrina Carpenter stole the spotlight with a hilarious faux disaster-filled performance, blending vaudeville charm with pop glamour. Host Trevor Noah quipped, "Really, Sabrina? You're just going to take my job like that?" A perfect ending to a night of music, drama, and of course, triumph. As a stellar Beyoncé fan, I just have to say huge congratulations to our queen. I know the Beehive right now is just buzzing knowing that our queen has finally got her spot. That's where we close your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into some sports. Here's Carl with the latest.
Thanks, Carissa. Let's take a look at that action. Starting with rugby, the DHL Stormers have suffered a major setback ahead of their URC derby against the Vodacom Bulls, with JD Schikkeling ruled out due to a shoulder injury. Stormers defence coach Norman Laker confirmed the lock will be sidelined for a while. Despite strong replacements, Schikkeling's absence is a massive blow to the squad, as he's been a key figure since his return from Japan. On to football. Bayern Munich have extended Manuel Neuer's contract until the 2025-26 season, ending speculation about his future. The 37-year-old, hailed as the best goalkeeper of his generation, has won 11 Bundesliga titles and 2 Champions League trophies. Recently returning from injury, Neuer remains determined to add to his legacy after retiring from international football just last year. Now let's stay with football. If you're watching it last night, Chelsea staged a dramatic comeback to beat West Ham 2-1, spoiling Graham Potter's return to Stamford Bridge. Jared Bowen put the Hammers ahead, but Pedro Neto equalised before Aaron Wan-Bissaka's late own goal sealed the win. The victory lifts Chelsea to 4th in the Premier League standings, 2 points ahead of Manchester City and Newcastle in the Champions League race. And let's wrap up with the business of cricket. IPL franchise owners RPSG Group have secured a 49% stake in Manchester Originals in the 100, reportedly paying £58 million. This values the team at over £100 million. RPSG had eyed London Spirit, but a Silicon Valley consortium outbid them with a £145 million bid to take on that particular ownership. Now, that's it for your sporting action for now, and of course, another update for you in about 1 hour. But let's take a look at your roads. Here's Zanele.
Thank you so much, Carl. Let's get you where you're going safely and on time, Zanzi, because starting off in KZN Durban, motorists are advised to avoid the N2 highway near the cement factory due to a crash or rather cash and transit heist, unfortunately. Delays and diversion are underway, so please plan your route accordingly. In the mother city, there's heavy congestion that's being experienced along the N7 southbound on ramp to Bosmansdam. Allow for added travel time over there. And also, please make sure that you buckle up and arrive alive. We always want you to get to where you're going in one piece. Let's take a look at what's happening in your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with hail, heavy downpours and strong winds expected over the Eastern Cape, high veld of Mpumalanga and northwestern KZN, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Meanwhile, a heat wave will persist over Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Free State, Northwest and Northern Cape until at least today, with dangerously high temperatures in the Lowveld and Limpopo Valley. Very hot conditions will also affect the Cape Winelands, Central Karoo, as well as Eastern KZN. We'll keep you up to date with everything happening over there. But right now, one of my favorite parts of the show, I tell you each and every time, it is the sunrise view. Sumaya from Wynberg, where it's a delicious 25 degrees Celsius this morning, right in the middle. We absolutely love it. This is gorgeous. Sumaya, where are you in the Winelands? I'm absolutely just so blown away because you've captured so much. There's so much that's going on in this picture that it really makes you feel like you are there and you're seeing this gorgeous view of the sun peeking out along with everything else it comes with. Thank you so much, Sumaya. And you've shown us how to do a sunrise view picture the right way. Zanzi, it's up to you now. Send us that young snap on 063 408 8863 and let us show the rest of the country what it is you're waking up to. Right now, let's get into the temperatures so you know how to dress and look your best.
Should we tell Uppington?
I think we got to break the news.
Sorry, Uppington, Craddock beat you in temperature today. I don't know, like, how does that even work? 40 degrees in Craddock. Do me a favor, please hydrate. All right, stay out of the sun today. Be as safe as you can. And this is a serious warning from, the people that care about you, your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Absolutely. I also saw Richards Bay sitting at 37, so please take Carl's advice here. Stay indoors or stay hydrated, or both even. But let's provide you with some great entertainment. If you are watching and joining us this morning, hello, welcome. I got to tell you a little bit more about how to better your credit score. We are in a new year and we want you to do well and hopefully get the things you've always wanted. So it starts with credit. And good credit at that.
I must say, credit's fantastic. I have to give you credit for the bag you were wearing.
Where is my bag?
I don't know, your bag is somewhere. But rumor has it that in Carissa's bag is a 5-ingredient apple rose recipe.
How did you know?
That we have to pull out of there just to make sure we can give it to you. And we'll place it in expressoshow.com as soon as it exits Carissa's bag. And that's what we have in store for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, welcome Expresso family. You're still tuned into this beautiful Feel Good Breakfast show that would be nothing without you. And this is why we love getting to have conversations that are going to make sure you actually are in the right state for the rest of the year and just to be able to flourish, right? Because the 28th of February is fast approaching, and this of course is the tax year end. And this is where we need to make sure that our financials, they're in the right place. But not everybody knows about how you can in fact benefit from savings accounts as well as your retirement annuity, in the fact that you can get those for yourself so that come the tax year end, friend, you're in a better position and you've got great things coming your way. We have brought along a lovely lady that's going to help us to understand how exactly, and this is why I need you to listen out so that you are ready for what is going to be happening come the end of this month. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome. It is Muhle Ngumalo from Alex Forbes, a financial planner. Hello, my gorgeous. How are you?
Hi, Zanella. Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Listen, Muhle, I'm very excited for us to have this conversation because I feel like there's certain things people don't know. I mean, you and I were having the conversation. I said, I've got a tax-free savings account. And I was like, but it's not like, you know, an investment. And you were like, yes, it is. I didn't even know that it can help with the tax year end. But let's first start with this. What does the tax year end actually mean for South Africans?
Okay, so there's certain tax benefits that come with every tax year, right? And it's very important for a person to utilize those tax benefits before the end of the tax year, being 28th of February.
Yes.
So these main tax benefits are, you know, the tax deductions that one can get when contributing towards a retirement fund. Retirement fund being your pension fund, provident fund, retirement annuity fund, and a tax-free savings account.
Yes.
So, you know, when you contribute towards your retirement fund, you can get a nice tax back, cash back at the end of the tax year, which is nice because nobody doesn't like to get money in their pocket.
Of course.
And I mean, you can also then start up a tax-free savings account either for yourself or even your children. And this is an investment, and it's, you know, it sees you through, and it can even supplement your retirement savings in the long run.
That's incredible. I've got both. Does this mean I'm rich?
Perfect.
Oh.
You are on the right track. You're on the right track.
I'm trying, okay? I got them not too long ago. You know, I'm trying to be an adult.
I love it.
But let's talk about this, you know, in terms of the tax-free savings investment as well as the retirement annuity. You know, you, of course, spoke about getting money back come the year, or rather the tax year end. But what are other benefits that come along with this?
Other benefits that would come along, so with your contributing towards your tax-free savings account, this would be with your after-tax money, and contributing towards a retirement annuity. What that actually does is that it reduces your taxable income, and that what that means is that you end up paying less tax to the taxman. And with the tax-free savings account, it is more accessible as well, in the sense that you can access, you know, your savings should an emergency come up. So it's perfect to use to, you know, save towards an emergency fund.
Yes.
But you can also use it to supplement on your retirement savings. With the retirement annuity, it's a bit more tricky in the sense that you can't just access it before retirement, being, you know, the minimum age of 55. But with the two-part legislation that came into effect last year in September, what that allows is now that you can access or withdraw from your savings pot. And what your savings pot is from the 1st of September, whatever contributions you make towards your retirement fund or your retirement annuity, a third of that is allocated to your savings pot, and then you'd be able to once a year have access to that savings pot, and you would of course then be subject to a marginal tax rate.
Amazing. Well, you know what? I feel like you're already getting us ready for this tax year end so beautifully, Muhle. And this is why I now want to ask you, just in terms of the advantages of actually investing in the products such as a retirement annuity or a tax-free savings account, you know, what are some of the aspects we kind of need to take into account when starting one? What is something we need to be sure of and kind of just really need to know about them?
I think seeing a financial planner is always first prize, right? So they can just look at your overall financial status, and so they can be able to also just advise you on how you can benefit from either this tax-free savings or retirement annuity. And I mean, like we said, the great tax advantage, both of these investments come with a great tax advantage in the sense that whatever you your contributions towards these funds and the growth growth that you get from these funds, they're tax-free.
Yeah.
So what that means is that you don't pay any tax on your dividends tax, on capital gains tax, or even on the interest that you earn within the investment. So that means that you get more money allocated towards the growth of your investment. And that's what most of us are looking for, right?
Yes.
So they're both really the perfect combination to make sure that you save, towards your retirement or any emergency savings.
Beautiful. And of course, you said, in terms of someone who's like, okay, cool, I want to get started and use these things and be in the best place possible come the end of the tax year.
Yeah.
What are the 100% the most important things that you need to take into account when you're starting those different things, right? In terms of, yes, you said seeing a financial planner, but what else after that?
I know people are also sometimes a bit apprehensive when they think about seeing a financial planner. So at Alex Forbes, we've made it quite easy for you to set up these two products, whether it's a RA or a tax-free savings account. You can literally just go on our Alex Forbes website and you can do it yourself without any financial advice.
Oh, wow.
So we've set up our system in a way that you just answer a few easy questions, quite simple and quick, and then the system would then suggest what investment fund would be best for you.
Yeah.
And then you'd be right on your way within minutes where you will now set up your tax-free savings or retirement annuity. So it is that easy. There's no paperwork. You don't have to fear. But if you do want to speak to a financial advisor, it is also advisable to do that.
I love that. I feel like you guys have magic on your website. It's going to tell me what I need. You know what I mean? That's incredible, just based off of a couple of questions. And this is why you guys are at the forefront of just allowing South Africans to be financially free, but more than anything else, also financially comfortable.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And a bonus that we have right now, Zanele, is we have a competition that is currently running. So if you switch, if you switch your retirement annuity or your preservation fund into Alex Forbes, then you have the opportunity to win up to 50,000 rand.
Oh, come on. 50,000 rand.
50,000 rand, and this would be invested towards your investments, so your tax-free savings or your retirement annuity or preservation fund.
Oh, my Buhle, give me a high five. We are winning with you, and we absolutely love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful. I genuinely feel like you guys are doing such great work. And Buhle, I'm going to come and give you a visit, okay, as our financial planner.
Please do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Her name is Buhle Ngumalo. She is a financial planner from Alex Forbes, here to tell you all about, my friend, how you can be a winner come the end of the tax year. And by being a winner, I mean as in just being in the right financial stead, right? But then you can also be a winner with Alex Forbes. Let me give you those details yet again. Whether you're looking to reduce your tax bill, my friend, or grow your savings, or even plan for retirement, either one of them, it is Alex Forbes that is here to help you out. And now is the time to take action before the 28th of February. And of course, the way in which you stand to win, all you can do is open a retirement annuity or tax-free savings account with Alex Forbes, and you stand a chance to win 15,000 rand, 10,000 rand, or 5,000 rand added to your account. Now listen properly, you could also win a MacBook Air, PS5 vouchers, and I want to win, okay? So maybe just enter on my behalf. T's and C's, they apply, so I can't enter. But enter for the both of us so I can live vicariously through you. And of course, you know that huge prize, if you switch to, if you switch to RA or Preservation Fund to Alex Forbes, and you stand a chance, my friend, to win 50,000 rand towards your retirement investment. I'm wishing you all of the best. Go and check it out. Do the things that need to be done. You know that the competition closes on the 28th of February, and T's and C's do apply. You can find them at expressoshow.com. But happy saving, and I wish you all of the best. Alex Forbes has got your back. Right about now, KTZ Foshizi, are you feeling all kinds of lucky? You know, while we're still speaking about money,
Let me tell you, speaking about winning that good money, we got to get into those details when it comes to getting you to win Lotto today. Absolutely great money is coming your way, so make sure that you stand yourself in the running to win big. Of course, you can get those details on our social media. You can head over to the website, that is nationallottery.co.za, and you can find all of those details on expressoshow.com. So get yourself in the running to win Lotto and win big money today. Carl, are you feeling like a winner?
Always when I'm working with you, you know that, eh? Always a winner. But the thing is, you can win the lottery. That's going to be great for your credit score. But there are other ways to pump your credit score, and we got those ways for you in the next few. Plus, I've been threatening these apple roses from Carissa's bag. They're about to be unraveled in the next few moments. So make sure you stay there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. We missed you so much. And now can we talk about your credit score?
Sure.
Now, I know this is a very, very interesting topic. We don't exactly go to a bra and say like, hey, what's your credit score? I don't know.
No,
what's
thank
yours?
you.
But we want to actually be honest about it because the thing is there are some ways for you to improve that score. So that mysterious number, it can actually open the doors or they can get some doors slammed shut in your face. That's how serious this number is. But we need to talk about it. Many don't realize how much their credit score impacts their financial opportunities, whether you're looking to buy a house or get a car or even sign up for a phone contract. A good credit score is essential.
It's one of the most important things you can do as a human, as an adult human at that. And today we're going to break down how to improve your credit score and also take control of your financial future. This is the year to do it. No ostriching. What do they call it? The ostrich syndrome?
Yes.
When you bury your head in the sand. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. Notification goes off, you look at it, okay? So we know exactly where we are financially. We're literate. We know we're empowered. And we want to get into this. So I have a question for you. What's the one credit mistake you've made in the past that hurt your score, Carl? If you can think back to anything that might have dropped the score a little bit.
You know, the great thing is that I've always been very aware. I think I've always asked too many questions.
I love that.
Which put me into a good spot in terms of understanding where I'd go. So when I got my credit card for the first time, there was always someone telling me, right, okay, but use your credit card, but then make sure you manage it correctly. Don't wait until the due date of a repayment. Pay beforehand. Start interacting between your check account and your credit card. That way you can develop this synergy in the bank saying, hold on, you're using our credit, but you're paying it back very quickly, which means we are more inclined to give you more credit.
They trust you.
And that's the thing. You're building a certain trust within yourself and with your bank. So I think the biggest mistake, but I'm happy that I was warned early, is a credit card is not some sort of a nest egg that you can sit on and sort out something right now and then think about it later.
Right.
You've got to be very aware of the ebb and flow of your accounts, especially credit cards. So I think that would be a big mistake.
Sure.
Late payments.
No, listen, that's like one of the number ones. I think for me, when I first got it years ago, I was just fresh out of varsity. I didn't pay attention to the fact that there was even a due date that you needed to pay back. I was just like, oh, when I can. You know, when the money comes in, I will. And that was a big mistake to not be educated around what it is like to be a credit card. They gave me, whatever, so many thousands, and I was like, yes, let's spend. No, it's not your money. It's borrowed money. It's borrowed time. You got to give that money back at a certain point.
Absolutely. That's important, though. I've got a question back at you.
Okay.
So if you could give yourself, your younger self, one piece of financial advice, Carissa, what would it be besides getting yourself a bag?
Ooh, yeah, I got mini bags, let me tell you. Well, yeah, I think hindsight's 2020. And one thing that I would have implemented then is actually having almost like a debit charge with your credit card. So at that time of the month, you don't even have to think about it, but it automatically goes with your check account into your credit card. I don't know if it was a facility back then, but I know it is one now. So that, you know, it's out of your mind, but you know for sure, come the due date or even days before, that amount of money is not yours, but it's in that credit card, so you don't even have to think about it.
And that's the key over here. But Zanele, in terms of the way you've been interacting with your credit score or the knowledge around it, tell me about your credit score. Has this been something that's been made aware to you, like at a very young age? Is it something that you had to learn the hard way for? What's that journey been like for you?
I think it was something that really was sort of revealed to me earlier on, especially because I remember starting out in like radio and TV and everything. I had to take out a loan to be able to like actually sustain myself, right? One thing I did was take on too much debt. That was something I was not warned against, but something that I was told was, Zanele, you got to make sure that you do have some sort of credit record. Because I remember there were so many friends of mine who were like, no, I don't want any credit. So then now when they want to buy a car, they're like, how do we know you're going to, you know, pay and things like that. With me, they've never, ever denied me. Yes, they want my money, but then I also have a good credit score. So, you know, it worked in my favor in the sense that I was always there paying back. And just like Carissa said, for me, from day one, it was something that went off of my account every single month at the same time. So it really was like, she's a good credit payer backer. So therefore, you know, I do feel like there are certain things that helped me out. And it really is something I learned about in the beginning, which I'm very grateful for.
I love that. A great credit payer backer. That's official. I love that title.
It's a name now. It has been a name. But that's the thing, and I just hope you know that there are such thing as good debt and bad debt.
Right.
But the way you manage it is really the way that counts. We actually asked you, has your credit score ever impacted a major life decision? And I wanted to go through some of the results of those social comments that have come through. Let's take a look at a few of them. In fact, Shane Tanya Khalan saying, been the hardest 2 years of my life. After being on maternity, my credit score took a big knock, and now when I need to make big decisions in life, I can't because my credit is still recovering.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And there's not enough support for people that, you know, are going through maternity leave. And then we have Terry, a.k.a. Samira Nickerson. Between myself and my husband, I have a better credit score. And with that, we took the risk of resigning from his job and starting his own business. Wow. Without my good credit score, we would not have been able to get the extra financial assistance needed. Taking the risk has been scary and somewhat stressful at times, but the hard work and dedication will all pay off in the end. Can I tell you, sacrifice will always get rewarded. Always.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So as long as you have someone to hold your hand with regard to this particular journey, because it can be really daunting as well, but it's something to be aware of when you are interacting. Ensure that you are asking the questions. If you are going to go into a journey of creating some sort of a debt, make sure it is functional debt that is going to give you what Zanele said is a track record for any bank or financial institution to say to you, it's okay, we can give something to you, which is valuable as well. So hopefully this conversation has really lifted the lid on credit scores for you and how it can impact your life.
Absolutely. I'm going to go impact your life because I'm going to prepare you something delicious.
Where are you going? Are you going to go? Okay.
I'll miss you. Bye.
Okay, fine. Anyway, some more information, just visit absa.co.za. Check your credit score and, of course, get a financial scenario that is suited to you. Make sure you can afford repayments, but at the same time, don't be too stuck in this rut of understanding all of these things all at once. That is why you have a financial advisor that'll be there with you, and Absa is where you can find them. For now, I think it's important for us to head into the kitchen on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because I'm ready for a bag, and out of that bag, a recipe. And that recipe, apple roses.
From good credit scores to good, delicious meals and also easy meals, perfect for Valentine's Day. I want to introduce you to some roses. If you're not anticipating getting them on the 14th, I got you covered, okay? And this one is one you can eat, actually. And I want to show Carl exactly how easy it can be to incorporate, you know, some fruits and some pastry, put that together and create something delicious. I just have one question for Carl, though. Can you smell the love tonight?
I can smell, it's actually really smells really good here because I think that's the one thing about heated cinnamon. It always smells like something is sweet in the kitchen.
Yes.
You just have to heat up some cinnamon and then it's like, is it pancakes? Is it an apple rose? What is it? So this is great. By the way, I got this out of the bag that you were carrying earlier.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, there's many more things in there.
Oh,
Tricks
really?
of the trade. Thank you for
Great.
bringing that.
No problem.
Really easy. Let me tell you. Here's the first step. It is the apples. You got to slice them really thinly. And then not only that, mandolins help you to cut them really thinly. Takes away the stress.
Yes.
Yeah.
I speak mandolin. Yeah.
So, soak them in some lemon, and you can even microwave them a bit just to become a bit more pliable. Because as we know, apples with a good crunch will snap. So we've got these apples. They're looking like this.
Oh, so what you're trying to do is when you soak them in that, they're becoming a little flexible, right? They're absorbing the actual liquid. That's cool.
Exactly.
Right.
Doing the yoga, head over the leg.
it.
Okay, then we've got some puff pastry, really easy.
This is exciting.
You slice it up. I'll get you to slice this and test how straight of a line you can make. And then you layer up your couple of apple slices, and all you got to do is twist and turn. And eventually it kind of looks like a Cinnabon. Of course, you got to sprinkle some sugar
Absolutely.
and some cinnamon.
And then it just goes in there.
It's a
I'm
rose.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a rose, baby. Okay, it's your turn.
That was great.
It was fantastic.
How? So hold on. You take this piece of thing over here,
Yes,
and then
you
you have to
do.
cut it in a straight line that you can, as straight as you can, right?
Ooh.
So once you cut in a straight line, you take it like this, you put it down over here. This is just me going
Don't
by.
forget the butter. Sorry,
all
I forgot the butter.
And then we've got some butter. So we're going to have to get some butter on there, and we're going to lay the butter on here to make sure that it's all pliable and goes all the way
Carl.
across, right? So the butter goes across, which is always good. And when the butter is across over there, I'm going to take some of these.
Wow,
Okay.
it's the flick of the wrist
Okay.
for me.
I'm going to do that and then get some thinner slices. The bigger ones are always the ones that are more pliable over
need about
here.
5.
Okay. So 5 slices, did you say there? And that's like that. Beautiful. Okay, then, sorry.
Be generous.
I'm going to be generous with that.
Ooh.
I have to be generous. And that goes all over there, which is great. And then from here, what do? I
You
fold
know
it over.
exactly what to do.
So then I fold it over like this, right?
Uh-huh.
All the way across, around, like this. And I'm actually going to try and get them as tight and snug as possible so it can
Ooh.
go into that mold, and then I'm going to roll it all the way down. Which is great.
Absolutely.
Pulling across there, pulling across there.
Apples in
pulling
a
across there,
blanket.
Pulling across there. There we go. And then once we're done, we've got this baby over here, and then
Ooh.
and then we're going to do it like that, right? Is
Yours looks like a croissant.
is that kind of like where we're going? I know
It
you
is
want more.
perfect.
So I think you want more apple, but I think maybe the trick here is that when it's this thin,
Yes.
you kind of want your apple to stick
You're right.
out
I was
a
about
little
to
bit
say,
more.
look at the
But I think I
reference.
was going for a more apple rose croissant, which
Croissant
is
is what
important.
it is.
Because sometimes you just need a bit more croissant. That's what we need to try to do. Okay, there we go. So you want them to protrude.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
So you can get the rose effect.
Let me hook you up with
We
this.
did forget a step.
No, buttered. That's it. I think it'll be like 175 degrees for like 25 to 30 minutes before you get that
right.
beautiful. Isn't
You don't
that?
even need me, Carl.
What do you mean? No, I just figured as much. That's it.
Wow.
Can I just assume that this recipe will be on expressoshow.com?
You really can.
Okay, great.
Oh my goodness. What am I even doing
I mean,
here?
what are we doing? Who are we?
Let me take my bag and go elsewhere.
No,
Where is that bag?
I don't know. Disappeared. Hold on. Maybe the bag found itself into another bag, which is bagception. That's later. Apparently, we got some really great things in the bag in the Feel Good Breakfast Show today, which is great.
Look at that.
Done. There we go. There we go.
Oh, do you know what would go really good with this?
What? What's
Some
that?
love songs.
Okay, like Luther love songs, eh?
A Luther love song. Oh my goodness. Well,
Sounds
out
good
in
to me.
Joburg in just a little bit, we're going to serenade you. Not Sanele, don't worry. Although I think she can sing.
I know
she's got
she
a
can
beautiful
sing.
voice. But we do have somebody very special we want to introduce you to, and he's going to do his rendition of one of my favorite Luther songs of all time. So you got to stick around for that.
Yes, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful show. We're going to put these in the oven, though, at 175 for 25 to 30.
You got
so
it.
when you come back, they'll be done, hopefully.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, we're all about feeling good, especially when we bring along people that are here to help you feel good. Because my friend, on the 8th of February 2025, there is a beautiful event taking place called When We Gather 2025. And it is all about helping ladies reignite their beautiful leadership skills, get into just a beautiful community as well, but also more than anything else, cultivate amazing ways in which they can empower themselves. And in doing so, empowering other women too. And this morning we get to speak to the incredible woman who has been behind this initiative and really allowing so many women to reach their full potential, but also to have the tools to allow them to be their best selves. I am talking about none other than the gorgeous Mpumi Khumalo, who is the founder of Cultivate Community and is the lady who's going to be taking us into When We Gather 2025. Let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. Mpumi, looking so pretty in pink.
Thank you so much. You look beautiful in white.
Oh, stop. How are you, my gorgeous?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Zanele?
I'm amazing, thank you. Mpumi, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I feel like I said this to you already, where I was like, you don't just wake up and go, I want an event. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of vision, and also more than anything else, just a lot of grace.
Yes.
So let's jump into this, because I feel like for you, you're somebody who's a multi-talented queen. There's so many different things that you do. Where did it all begin for you, you know, from getting into media to also being the founder of this beautiful community?
Well, it all started in my mother's living room. I remember I used to watch a show called Generations, where we had New Horizons and we had Ezweni Communications. And I remember looking at Karabo Moroka and thinking to myself, I really want to be a media mogul. And I think that the title has never really been important, but what I've always strived for is to be excellent at whatever job that it is that I do, whether I'm in an office or planning an event like When We Gather.
Oh my goodness. And you know what, babe, you are a media mogul indeed, because there's so many things that you're doing and you're doing them at such an excellent level.
Thank you.
Talk to us about Cultivate Community, because that is something that I think is it's a beautiful initiative, and especially because it gives support to so many women who need it.
So Cultivate Community started off in 2014. It was called Kawek As He Speaks. But then in 2019, you would remember that we went through COVID and so many things happened that year. I remember I was sick with COVID and I couldn't breathe. And so I went online and I was like, guys, I don't know what to do. Someone please help me. And I think that's when it clicked for me that there is power in community, because people were able to assist me. And then from there onwards, I made it my mission to make sure that I avail myself to people that are in need, that I provide women with resources that can help them, whether in their personal or professional lives.
Beautiful. And you're doing so in such an incredible way. And this is why I need to then ask you, because, you know, just like you're saying, it's all about the community. It's all about hearing how, in fact, we can help each other. Why is it so important for you to be able to empower women? Why is it such a need in our community for absolutely anyone to even do that job?
Well, because, Zanele, I was raised by a woman, and I truly do believe that society was built off of the backs of women. And I think of my career, and I realized that every single person that has opened a door for me has always been a woman. So how can I not pay it forward? How can I not extend the very same grace that was given to me and is still being given to me to the next woman? And so I think that's why empowerment is very important. I am where I am because someone saw something in me, and I want to do that for the next person.
That is so beautiful, Mpumi. And I mean, you're already doing it. You don't want to, you are doing it, my sister. And this is why. Oh, girl, come on. Even with the first in-person event of When We Gather 2025, let's jump into that, because I think it's going to be such a special day. But on top of that, you've got really great speakers.
So when planning for this event, I remember a couple of memories were unlocked. So I remember on Thursdays while growing up, I would see Abo Mama Bom Tandazo going to prayer. And I remember on a Saturday, once a month, my mother would wear a beautiful red blouse, and she would say, I'm going to Society, and that's where they would bank money so that we get, you know, privileges in December, like groceries and stuff like that. And I realized that there's power in community, but there's a sacredness about gathering. And so what this event is all about is about making sure that we keep those very same principles that we saw while growing up. And I'm really excited about the speakers that are going to be joining us. They range from, you know, people that are going to be speaking about leadership to wellness, to faith and personal development. And I'm so excited about it.
That's incredible. And I'm so excited for you together.
Yes.
Because I think that there's going to be powerful things to come out of it. And this is why I want to ask you, please, how can we be a part of it? How can we get tickets? What are all the information that we need?
Well, I wanted to make sure that tickets were so easily accessible. And so we've priced them at 650 rands. And if anyone wants to get in touch, they can email us at cultivatecommunityza@gmail.com or find us on all of our social media platforms as Cultivate Community.
Amazing. And I mean, that's not the only platform that you have, because there's also Cultivate Media Makers, a 6-month mentorship program that you are, or rather have designed to help young people who want to get into the media space and so on and so forth. Speak to us about that. How can one apply for it and what exactly happens?
That is my heart. Because, you know, when you look at the statistics in South Africa, we have about 45.5% of young people that are sitting at home and are unemployed. And so in my own way, I thought to myself that it would be great to develop a program where I take on graduates and expose them to my world. And hopefully they'll gain all of the experience that they need, because having been in the industry for almost 10 years, I understand the importance of having the right network, but also having the relevant experience. And that's what I'm trying to do with these young women. I'm so excited about it. They're going to be starting at When We Gather. And so when people purchase a ticket, they're not just doing it for themselves, but they're planting a seed in the next woman.
Beautiful. And I need to ask you, because you're our Mbokoto this morning, my love. Talk to us. What is your message to all women out there in South Africa? What do you want them to know, especially from Cultivate Community?
I really want women to know that they are born leaders. I want them to demand more out of themselves and to demand more out of life, because really the world is our oyster. And we need to bask in it. So that is my message to women, is that, you know, go after the things that you want and you will surely receive them.
Come on. What a freaking powerhouse. You are so amazing. Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We wish you all of the best for this weekend. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. I mean, with someone like you at the helm of it, we already know that women are going to come out of there feeling empowered indeed. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Zanele.
Of course. A powerhouse is the beautiful Mpumi Khumalo, and she is hosting When We Gather 2025. And friend, you can still get tickets. You know that it is somewhere you possibly need to be. You said it's Cultivate Community ZA, right?
Yes, at gmail.com.
There it is. Those are all the details you need, and that is where you can get yourself a ticket, my friend. But maybe you even want to bless someone else with one. But this is where we always love to say, empowering a woman means you empower a society and you empower a community. And this is why the work that the likes of Mpumi doing that absolutely allows us to go in the right direction. Now, Fred, I need you to stick around still, because your Feel Good Breakfast show continues. And Cape Teasy, Sheezy, are you feeling empowered this morning?
Yes. Power. I feel the power. Do you feel the power?
I feel empowered.
That's it. Now, we want to empower you even more by offering you an opportunity to delve into the whole concept of love languages, but we want you to make it as unique as possible. We know there's 5 love languages, but I think that book also needs to change.
Okay. Tell me more.
I think there are more things. So adding an extra bit of like sort of foam to the coffee in the morning, maybe folding up the laundry, buying your favorite treat, just thinking about the smaller things. We wanted to complete the sentence, it's my love language when ... And
you know what?
Responses. Yeah.
It's my love language when you do exactly that. When you think about the things that I don't have to think about. The mental burden that women have to carry in the world is too much. Just alleviate the stress a bit. When I come home, floor is clean, dishes are done, you know, laundry is folded, dinner is cooked.
Yes!
I'm a working woman, please.
And yes, you are. This is great. I hope that whoever needed to hear that, they've heard it. Whoever. We just don't know. We have a few comments over here. A few of them. So we got Margaret saying, good morning, beautiful day. Thanks, I enjoy coffee waiting for you to start the program. So the love language is both coffee and espresso. We can relate. Yes, we can.
Malloy Marifi, it's my love language when love is expressed non-verbally through action. Because love is a verb.
Yes. How about Zanele? We just like to tap in a little bit. Your love language when ...
When somebody drives me around. I drive everywhere all the time. I'm such a driver. I work so hard, just like Carissa said, honestly. Like, if I can just be a passenger princess and someone can come and take over the steering wheel, you know what I mean? Then, friend, we are winning. And that for me is love.
I love that so much. By the way, a message to all e-hailing services. You have a chance with Zanele now.
Carl, you hate me!
Top of the list.
5 stars.
Valentine.
5 stars, Zanele.
Beefing.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry.
You had to. You saw a gap, just like they will, and you drove right in there. No, I love it. And I do see that for you, Zanele. Please invite us to the wedding. Have us all being driven there at the same time. But share your love languages with us across our social media. We would love to hear from you. What is that little something that makes it so special for you?
Exactly. All right, so there's more love languages. From my side, I love it when you support Carissa, Zanele, and I on the show. That shows your love, and we want to fill that love with different bits of entertainment, including Joel Zuma, who is going to do a little Luther Vandross, which is going to be so powerful. Looking forward to that. What else?
I can't wait for that in particular. To me, that's a highlight. So I'm standing by going...
That's it. Oh, the love language. Okay, hold on.
Can I just...
This is... Okay, just while they do that... By the way, has love become transactional? We need to have a discussion about that. And if you want to understand what transactional love is all about and whether or not you're in that type of situation, we have an expert on the couch because obviously, of course, Tuesday is all about relationship advice. So we want to give that to you. So make sure you stay there and get that special person to know your love language. Get you a cup of coffee and stay right there at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
I love you.
Aww.
I love him.
Make your love story unforgettable when you gift yourself the chance to win a dream jewelry prize to the value of 100,000 Rand with American Swiss. Simply scan the QR code on screen or WhatsApp Valentine to 064 898 8402. Answer our fun romance-themed questions and your journey to forever could start here. So enter now and love your way with American Swiss. Competition ends 28 Feb 2025. T's and C's apply.
Yeah. And this is what it is all about here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are getting you ready for what we call Valentine's Day. I know to some it's a foreign concept, né? So we brought along a king of Valentine's Day just to help you understand it a little bit better. Because, friend, this is a man who sells out shows and just does absolutely incredible things. I am talking about none other than Joel Zuma, who has the Luther Vandross tribute show that sold out completely last year, but it's back because it was so incredible. 14th and 15th of February. It's called So Amazing, and that is exactly where you want to take your person. That's where you want to take someone when you want to wine and dine them and just have a good time and be blown away by love songs that truly shaped what R&B is in this beautiful world. And friend, if you didn't know, of course, these are the songs that Luther Vandross, did the things of entering the UK singles chart, even doing things like winning at the Soul Train Awards, and it was with that very album, So Amazing. And today, we get to be with the man who's shining bright like a diamond. It's Joel Zuma! The man with the silky voice. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, the show we are doing is called So Amazing.
Yes! You know what I mean? You look like you're ready. You're about to step out onto stage, and you are going to be giving us a taste, which is what I'm so excited about.
Absolutely.
But Joel, speak to me about this. Why is it so important, to perform Luther Vandross's songs? Why is that something that you love to do?
Well, I think around Valentine's, for starters, it's important to perform love songs in general from anybody.
Yes.
So in this case, I've chosen Luther Vandross because he's got such an extensive catalogue of love songs, and that's a subject that he thrived on.
Yeah. Got a PhD in.
He really does.
Yes.
He's the trendsetter. He's one of the greatest vocalists of all time. He inspired me a lot. So I just felt like let's use this music to inspire people to fall in love to be revived in love, to come and join the love train.
The love movement.
The love movement.
Yes.
Yes, and just have fun, really, and celebrate music as well.
Come on. And of course, we know that for you, you're somebody who sold out the shows last year. You're bringing the show back. Why is that exactly? Is it because it was sold out last year, or are there other reasons as well?
You know what? It said to us, you know, with the music changing now, with Mapian and Haas and all of that, you'd think, you know, people do not need love songs anymore and R&B and soul. But we were surprised when we put out the date, and of course, and we were sold out so fast we had to add other shows. So obviously it says people do still need love songs. They still need chill time. They still need to be taken down memory lane and have those romantic ballads and the songs that they grew up listening to. And of course, what better time to do it than around Valentine's week?
That's right, Dr. Love. You know, recently, Luther Vandross's documentary, Never Too Much, got released. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did.
Has it helped you prepare for the 14th and 15th of Feb?
Absolutely,
Really?
it did. It was so inspiring to
Yeah.
get a lot of material behind the scenes. Basically getting to know the man, how he worked, what inspired.
My entire life into music. He was a boss from the beginning. He had a vision of how he wanted it to go down, and that's where it went down. I used to sing for Roberta Flack, that medley. David Bowie.
David, new talent. He whispered to me, I love this guy. And I'm like, what's not to love?
Luther said, I have a sound in my head. I got to get it out. So we went in the studio. Says, okay, it goes boom, 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 boom. I said, this is a quirky little bass line.
Can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining
Phenomenal. Can I tell you that Luther will set you free, and Joel Zuma will be performing something for you a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Just a quick one on just a little post related to love languages. I feel like love languages need to be updated. They need to catch up. And this is all related to the fact that my love language is when. Now, we shared a few of ours, but of course, we need to get some more from you. So 063 408 8863. And remember, love languages could be something small. It could be a gesture that's either physical, maybe it's verbal, maybe it's something to do with your family, maybe even somebody who is a pet lover could actually be part of your love language. And I think that's what I want you to share over here. So please feel free on 063 408 8863. That's our number. Save it to your phone, and we'd love to get a bit more love into the show. Plus, a little later, we have a relationship advice for you. We have an expert on the couch chatting about how love becomes transactional. Now, if you've never heard of this terminology, we want to unpack that for you, because perhaps that is your situation. And if it is, we got your back, as we always do on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But let's take a look at your news for the final time, and Carissa has all your details.
Thank you so much, Carl. Just 4 minutes before we hit the top of the hour, let's get into your national news headlines, where the Department of Social Development will appeal the recent North Gauteng High Court judgment regarding the COVID-19 Social Relief of Distress Grant. Now, this follows a case brought by the Institute for Economic Justice and the hashtag Pay the Grants movement. SASSA halted payments to accounts flagged for fraud, requiring beneficiaries to verify their details. Now, the department stated its commitment to supporting vulnerable South Africans and will continue to deliver the grant while pursuing an appeal. In other national news, South African road users are expected to pay significantly more for fuel from tomorrow. The latest figures from the Central Energy Fund show that the price of petrol will increase by between 75 and 81 cents per litre. Now, diesel prices could increase by about 89 cents per litre, and the Department of Petroleum and Mineral Resources is yet to confirm the official prices. According to economists, there is a possibility that fuel prices could rise again in March based on the current performance of the rand. In your international news-making headlines, Director General of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Jean Kaseya, has urged African leaders involved in the war in the Democratic Republic of Congo to end the conflict. Kaseya warned that the health sector is being severely impacted, with infrastructure damage threatening to spread diseases. Meanwhile, Uganda has confirmed 2 new cases of Ebola, with both individuals having had contact with the first victim, who died in Kampala. Uganda's Ministry of Health confirmed the outbreak last week, marking the second occurrence since the 2022 outbreak. Meanwhile, USAID employees were ordered to stay home yesterday after Elon Musk suggested closing the agency. Now, Musk, advisor to President Trump, but not a government official, leads the Department of Government Efficiency. He does not have the legal authority to close USAID, which distributes billions in global humanitarian aid. Now, USAID's website has been down since Saturday, and employee emails were shut down. Trump, while criticizing USAID, referred to it as being run by, quote, radical lunatics. Democratic lawmakers have called the move, quote, illegal and unconstitutional. And to close off your last bit of news today, we are celebrating with the Two Oceans Aquarium, who is celebrating their 30th birthday in 2025. And they're sharing the joy. Now, locals can now visit for free on any day of their birthday month. Just bring an official document with your South African ID number. This special offer runs until the 31st of January 2026, so everyone can get a chance to dive in. More than just an epic marine attraction, the aquarium has spent decades rescuing, rehabilitating, and educating through the Two Oceans Aquarium Foundation. Now, from adorable penguins to awe-inspiring sharks, it just is the perfect place to soak up the magic of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. So why not make your next birthday extra special with an underwater adventure? I definitely know where I will be on the 29th of August. I'll see you then to celebrate with you. Two Oceans Aquarium. It's where we leave your 8 o'clock news. It's now time to get into that last bit of sports with Carl.
Let's wrap up the sporting action. The DHL Stormers, let's start there. They've got a heavy setback ahead of the URC Derby against the Vodacom Bulls. JD Schikkeling ruled out. That is due to a shoulder injury. Stormers defence coach Norman Laker confirmed the lock will be sidelined for a while. Despite strong replacements, Schikkeling's absence is a massive blow, and he's been a key figure since returning from Japan. We wish him well. Now, on to football. Bayern Munich have extended Manuel Neuer's contract until the end of the 2025-26 season, ending speculation about his future. The 37-year-old, hailed as the best goalkeeper of his generation, has won 11 Bundesliga titles and 2 Champions League trophies. Recently returning from injury, Neuer remains determined to add to his legacy after retiring from international football just last year. Now, staying with football, some results for you. Chelsea staged a dramatic comeback to beat West Ham 2-1, spoiling Graham Potter's return to Stamford Bridge. Jared Bowen put the Hammers ahead, but Pedro Neto equalised before Aaron Wan-Bissaka's late own goal sealed the win. The victory lifts Chelsea to 4th in the Premier League standings, 2 points ahead of Manchester City and Newcastle in the Champions League race. And then wrapping up with the business of cricket, IPL franchise owners RPSG Group have secured a 49% stake in Manchester Originals in the 100, reportedly paying £58 million. This values the team at over £100 million. RPSG had eyed London Spirit, but a Silicon Valley consortium outbid them with a £145 million offer for a stake in the Lords-based side. That is it for sport on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a last look at your roads. Here's Zanele. Now take a look at your traffic. I'll start there in Durban. KZN, there's a full road closure between the M7 highway and the M4 Southern Freeway. Mass casualties are at the scene, including bystanders that were shot as a result of the cash and transit heist. As reported in our bulletin, of course, recovery of the crime scene is underway. The road closure will be in place for some time. Avoid the affected area at all costs and plan your route accordingly. Now on to Centurion in Gauteng, there has been an accident on the N1 southbound after the ramp from Samrand Avenue. The centre lane is closed off and as a result traffic is slow moving. And then in Cape Town, Somerset West, heavy congestion is being experienced along the N2 outbound before Victoria Interchange. Delays are expected, allow for added travel time to your morning commute. And wherever the road leads you this AM, I just want to let you know that you need to stay alert and please stay alive. Let's take a look at your weather.
From Carl to me, I got to get into your weather, where the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with hail, heavy downpours and strong winds expected over the Eastern Cape, Highveld of Mpumalanga and the northwestern KwaZulu-Natal, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Meanwhile, a heat wave will persist over Limpopo, Mpumalanga, the Free State, Northwest and the Northern Cape until at least today, with dangerously high temperatures in the Lowveld and Limpopo Valley. Now, very hot conditions will also affect the Cape Winelands, the Central Karoo and Eastern KwaZulu-Natal. There's your warning that it's definitely going to be very blazing hot today, which means that we got to get into that sunrise view out in KZN. I know that it's climbing to 32 degrees, so let's see what Nancy has to offer with this beautiful sunrise morning view. I love how Nancy's getting fancy once again. Nancy, we've seen you before, always with the angles, always with the beach view. Absolutely stunning, showing us that, yes, there is a little bit of foliage happening, but also the water is not too far away, which is something that you'll need in the hot weather you're going to be experiencing. And a reminder to you, Expresso fam, if you want to be fancy like Nancy, share your morning views with us on 0634088863 as we delve into your final bit of temperatures for today.
I know what to wear today. That's why we give the temperatures. So I'm going to suggest, right, Craddock, a vest. That's fine. Everywhere else, T-shirt. That makes sense to me. But now that we've got our clothing sorted out, it's time to get lucky, shall we?
Yeah, we should get lucky.
Let's get lucky.
You can buy all the clothing you want
Oh,
because of this luck indeed. Because we want you to be in it to win it, winning millions by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 24 million rand in total estimated jackpots. And that happens today on this Tuesday. So play Powerball for an estimated 14 million, casual. And then you get Powerball Plus for an estimated 10 million rand today.
Okay, so we don't want you to miss out. All right, what Carissa and I are telling you is that you need to get your tickets. You can walk into a store with a positive attitude and some good numbers and you could win. How about nationallottery.co.za, the website? How about your mobile app? How about cell phone banking? And if that's not enough, what about USSD? I feel like you haven't used USSD. It's not just for please call me. No, star 120 star 7529 hash. And that is for USSD and a chance to win.
I love that. Now, we posted all these details, as Carl said, on our social pages. Go find us at Expresso Show. Catch this gorgeous human being there as well, flexing in his pink. And then play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 24 million in total estimated jackpots today. And you could win big. I'm just saying, okay?
Okay, we laid it out for you, so good luck. And remember, if you do win, Carissa and I are very close cousins of yours. Don't forget us. We have bonds to pay too. Now, let's move on, shall we? Because the thing is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We have a very special guest who will be chatting about relationships. And has love become transactional? Has this become a certain business? The give and the take? Where's the organic, unconditional love? Has that left us? We have to chat about that.
Was it ever there? Is the question.
Hey, now, you see, now we're burning.
Well, speaking about love, it is the month of love, and we want to sing along to Mr. Joel Zuma, who's going to take on Luther Vandross with one of my favorite songs, Always and Forever. It's going to be such a love-filled Tuesday as we close up the show in this hour. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's not the day of love quite yet, but we are celebrating and also unpacking everything good. And in today's dating landscape, I'm sure you know, is love becoming transactional? Is it becoming an experience that's got a back and forth that needs to be balanced, where emotions, time, and energy are weighed against expected returns? Or can genuine connections with unconditional love still thrive, Carl?
Wow. We're going deep today.
Deep.
Okay, we do. But now there's someone that we brought in only for her surname, given the month. Lucinda J. Valentine, yes, it's a real name, not a stage name, is here. A CEO and lead therapist at the Tiny Room Counseling and Therapy. And I did mention this, yes, it's your month. Congratulations. All right.
I've heard all the jokes.
No, but I'm just saying it's
But we're
interesting.
serious.
Because her surname is Cupido.
Oh, there
Cupid.
we go. Okay, I'm
and
not alone in
Valentine.
this.
No, you're not at all.
Okay.
Exactly.
Our month. We've got to embrace it.
So,
Every day.
Yeah, we have to. Now, can we just unpack this thing very quickly to set the scene? If someone has never heard of transactional love before, can you give us just the building blocks, a little layman's terms as to what that means?
Tit for tat would probably come up.
Love it.
Yeah, tit for tat. Agenda, having agendas. I kind of call it an imaginary scorecard,
Wow, that's a good one.
Where there's some boxes that need to be ticked. Yeah, that kind of covers it, I would say. But it's unfortunate that it happens majority of the time. But there's reasons behind it. I'm sure we're going to banter about this a little bit more.
Unpack this, but I just want to bring something up, Miss Valentine.
Yes.
Because I know that we live in an era of social media, of dating apps. I maybe met my man on a dating app. Success story, though.
Big time.
But I just want to know about that psychological effect on something as quick, easy, and convenient as a dating app and how that translates into the transactional love world.
I thought about this quite a bit. I've got my own views on social media, not negative actually. A lot of people have negative views on social media. A lot of success stories on these apps, even some of my friends. I don't think people's intentions a lot of the time are to go on these apps and have it, that microwave, quick fix connection. A lot of people are just lonely, and I don't think a lot of people go into it for it to be that transactional, what can I get out of it? They're just wanting to connect and do life with somebody special. So I don't think the intention with these apps is what can I get out of it? So I may be coming from a different angle. So maybe you guys have had a different experience. I think mine's maybe a bit more positive, but yeah.
You know what, I have seen a lot of women, because social media is very flashy, it's very superficial, and so they see a particular life perhaps that they're wanting, and the intention behind them going onto social media might be a little bit jaded, a bit wrong, because they're going, that's what I want, this is what I'll give for it, but this is what I'm wanting to get, my expectation. So maybe that's not good.
You spot on, because there's a human behind that. And so obviously I'm coming from the human aspect where there's two people that are obviously going to be in a relationship possibly. Now that individual might have their own gaps, blockages and blind spots, and they are trying to fulfill certain needs through that superficial life or materialistically. So, let's not look at a person's behaviors as the person behind those behaviors. So I don't know, I just unconditionally love people and completely accept them, but that is lacking. And so I'm hoping we'll get into this conditional love, unconditional love side of things, because I think that's fundamentally what's the building block that's missing in a lot of humans' foundations for that outcome to happen, or that result to unfortunately happen.
Well, let's look at the way you attract a suitor. I think that's where things start to fail. If you look at a dating app, you have a bio. The bio is saying to you, this is what I have. Do you want something that I have? Isn't that transactional in its nature anyway?
I wonder
Which means
sometimes.
we're setting ourselves up to create transactional relationships all the time. This is who I am. This is how much money I have. Look at my fancy car. Or this is me. This is what I'm about. The family I come from. And now you're like, so I'm going to invest time in trying to get you in order to get that. And that's the thing about this whole way we are connecting with people. We're no longer meeting people at social gatherings, because our social gathering is now online. And a social gathering gives you affirmations and credibility scores around people that person is spending their time with. Therefore, behavior becomes the center focus and perhaps fostering unconditional love. Now we live in a world where it's like, hold on, I don't want to get hurt. So I need X, Y, and Z. And if I get that out, then it doesn't matter if my feelings are hurt because at least I got that.
Yeah. Got something.
So are those some of the behaviors that you've seen that would speak to a relationship going to one that is a transactional relationship? What are some of the behaviors that you have seen within your practice that could be telltale signs that a mindset needs to be shifted?
It's, well, two things. Like I said, the conditional love we'll get to in a second, but with that conditional love that we'll unpack just in a moment is expectation. So somebody's going on those apps or on social media, but just living a lot of the time with expectation. So there's two things. That bio might not be real. And then you meet in person and the genuineness is either felt or not felt, or you can only keep up that facade for so long. And the cracks start showing. So a lot of people step into any connections, any engaging with other human beings, be it colleagueships, romanceships, friendships, familyships, where there's expectation, and that's crippling people. They actually are kind of overwhelmed with these conditions, which is those expectations. So I believe, and our practice believes, drop all expectation and completely accept people and unconditionally love them. But that is so difficult for a lot of us to do.
I was going to ask if it even is something you can do. I mean, everything comes with conditions, doesn't it? And if you step outside of a space that I'm like, no, it is a condition, is it not? It's the fine print. It's the rules that you're breaking that I've maybe secretly tied with myself within this relationship. Does unconditional love exist?
It does. Unfortunately, a lot of our homes and our families are brought up conditionally with performance in mind. So it does exist, and it does take a little bit of work, a bit of unwiring and rewiring, as we like to say, or unpacking and resetting and rebooting. But having principles and values and morals is not having expectations. So we're very quick to dish out the expectations, but yet we don't want people to have expectations on us. And we're constantly living in this disappointment. And when you feel disappointment, you got to ask yourself, what expectation did I have on that other human being? So for me, and there's perceived assumed expectations a lot of the time, where someone just assumes that somebody has an expectation on them, and you have a conversation and they're like, I never ever thought that. You know, so we have these three groupings of expectations. The high expectations that we have on ourselves to perform. So it sounds very foreign, but if we can live freely without any expectations, completely accept people for wherever they're at, and unconditionally love them, and just be free of all of that, we can just connect and vibe and engage very healthily. But it does happen, and we've seen it successfully happen with a lot of our clients, so yeah.
Okay, well, we've got more to unpack. We do.
I hope so.
No, we've got a lot more, because I think that understanding transactional versus unconditional, I think that's going to take some analysis. And we'll do that for you, especially if you've got questions. Perhaps you now think, after hearing that you are in a transactional situation. If that's the case, drop us a message. Stay anonymous if you need to. 063-408-8863. We'd be very, very happy to get our expert on the couch, our Valentine expert and counselor, just to make sure that you get some clarity in your relationship. Because you know what? You deserve unconditional love.
You do.
Oh, man, I love hearing that. You deserve unconditional love. And friend, we are in the month of love, and this is why we are celebrating the fact that the incredible Joel Zuma, he has got an incredible show, but it's called So Amazing. And in fact, today he's going to be giving you a beautiful snippet of what it is you can expect on the 14th and 15th of February at Joburg Theatre. But Joel, before we get into your beautiful performance, I need us to hear from you. What can we expect from the show, and also where can we get tickets?
Oh, yeah, well, you can expect a beautiful evening of sing-alongs, a lot of classics, whether you're talking Here and Now, Power of Love, Never Too Much, The Closer I Get to You, all of those big songs, giant romantic ballads. But expect a beautiful night, really. Whether you're coming with friends, whether you're coming with a couple, it's going to be amazing. It's a full-piece band, four-piece band, it's a quartet, it's vocalists, it's surprise guests, cocktail testing, tasting, and all of those good things,
Oh, and where can we get tickets, please?
Web tickets, Pick and Pay, and joburgtheatre.com.
Beautiful.
The box office is open as we speak. Don't wait. Last year we got sold out.
I love that. And I love the fact that we're about to watch you do your thing. Are you ready for us?
I'm very ready.
He's always ready. It's the man with the silky voice. Everybody, he is absolutely what you want to see come Valentine's Day. Go and check it out. You heard all of the details. It is time for Always and Forever by the amazing Joel Zuma by Luther Vandross.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I got to apologize, of course, for that technical difficulty. We'll see if we can get as Joel Zuma back in to sing that beautiful rendition of Luther Vandross. But we've got to continue on the theme of love because we still have Miss Valentine in studio with us. That is Lucinda J. Valentine, a CEO and lead therapist at the Tiny Room. And she's joining us today as we talk about how love can become transactional these days. I'm kind of believing that, is there an alternative? Because it's all I'm seeing around me. But I do want to talk about maybe cultivating a more healthy approach to relationships, and I'm hoping you'll come through with some sort of light at the end of this dark tunnel.
So, foundationally and fundamentally, if two human beings have got their gaps and their blockages and their blind spots individually addressed, you should be able to come together as a unit and be balanced and healthy. And it doesn't matter what that relationship is titled as. It doesn't just have to be, romance ships, because we are in the month of love.
Yes.
So for me, if you can be a strong, solid human being as an individual, you should be able to engage healthily with other people. I know it might sound difficult because we continuously look outward at this person's got these issues and problems and, battles and stuff like that. But we are only in control of our responses and reactions and our choices and decisions. So we work very much on our individual clients, and even in our couples therapy, we do split them along the way. And a lot of the time, the relationship problems are not actually relationship problems, they're individual gaps, blockages, and blind spots. So we just focus in on the person, the individual, and then in their work life and in their personal lives, even with their family, they can flourish, they can do well.
And I love to hear this, but you are talking about the individual. But when I zoom out a little bit and look around and think about cultural expectations, societal expectations, as we said, social media expectations, how do we manage that with also trying to pursue a healthy relationship with ourselves and our partners?
Oh, you are so spot on. We are very externally focused. And a lot of people think that their lives are created from the outside in instead of we create our lives.
Right.
And you were speaking about that expectation again, societally and generationally and culturally, and we work with clients from all different cultures and backgrounds and stories. And within the room, the tiny room, we hear about these battles of those expectations from family, exampling and feeling as though and seeing as though they need to keep up to a certain standard. It's a lot of pressure. But when our clients know that no matter their performance of, how many boxes they tick and how well they do in life, they have priceless value and worth. They are enough. Only if they know how unique they are and how amazing they are and they're solid within themselves. They're besties with themselves. How are you going to be close connections and best friends with other people
if you don't even know yourself?
If you're not best friends with yourself, if you don't like and love yourself. So it really does start with you, and then out of that you should birth out hopefully a healthy and balanced life.
Oh man, Miss Valentine is speaking all the things, and I hope that you are paying attention, because these are the vital gems that are really going to find you love if that's what you're looking for, or dig deeper within yourself. But right now, Expresso fam, you've dropped some really beautiful comments across our socials, and let's unpack them and get into it. The first one is from Ashley Siegel, absolutely beautiful, saying, yes, because now dating is more about what do you have to offer me so I can give it back to you, which isn't a bad thing. It is with regards to energies and emotions, but in this day and age, it's more about the materialistic aspects like money, the kind of lifestyle and so forth and so on, because unconditional love is more about wanting one person to say, wanting to do things for the said person and loving them with their flaws and all. But lately, there is actually more conditions, more terms, more fine print, if I can add that in as well. Have you found that? Have we lost the human connection?
Sadly, we have. And it's when I speak, I know that it sounds so foreign to so many people, because it's almost as though what I'm speaking about is the minority, of what's happening, and the majority is this conditional love. And we're trying to actually change that and hopefully be the difference. And something that we say a lot at the Tiny Room, and it might kind of blow people's minds, is if you fill your own life's petrol tank, and you know what buzzes and jazzes you, what's your color, fun and excitement every week, and fill your tank to 100% and maintain it there at 100% with no expectations of someone else filling your tank.
Right.
And everybody else fills their tank to 100%. We shouldn't be dipping out of our tanks to fill each other's petrol tanks. We should be fulfilling our own needs to that 100%. When we add into each other's life, that's overflow. And in the overflow, we can be all things to all people. There's no expectation then in that. You know what I'm saying? If we're besties with ourselves, if we're solid within ourselves, we're free to not have those ties and those expectations and all of these kind of like, even the love languages. We spoke about that earlier. We should be speaking into our own love languages. Before we have any sort of expectation for someone else to speak into them. They will eventually.
Yes.
But we're all busy.
Exactly.
We're all living life.
Please.
So we can't be sitting outside the window being all sad, waiting for somebody to fulfill our love languages.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
You operate from a place of abundance, right? Not lack. I get that. Fill up your own happiness. Well, let's see what else you had to say, Expresso fam. And thank you so much for getting in touch. Well, this one from Imelda Tumza, saying a beautiful comment that relationships have always been transactional. And in traditional ones, many provided financially for women, right? And that is a woman-managed home with fixed roles. Modern relationships, however, while still involving an exchange, are more balanced, with both parties contributing in different ways and also having more agency to negotiate their roles. Just because women are asking for reciprocity doesn't make it a transactional one, as some may claim it. It is about creating more equal, but also, and I like this, mutually beneficial partnerships. I think that's important to say. And we are in a modern space, aren't we?
Yes, definitely.
So relationships need to also evolve with the times.
Definitely. I think of my marriage, and I'm married 12 years this year.
Congratulations.
And my husband and I have evolved as a marriage, as a team. I studied for many years and just studied, and he picked up the financial load.
Right.
But now that we both successful and financially stable and independent, it was interesting for me that I grew up in a conditionally loving family and household, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And it was so foreign for me, for him to be so nice to me. And I was like, what do you want?
What do you want?
You know, it's very
Where's the fine
suspicious.
print?
Like, what,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then I started to realize we're a team. We're a unit. You know, it's not yours and mine, it's ours, it's us. And I know that this is something that I hear a lot in the room is not happening. It's separate finances. You pay for these things, I pay for those things. I mean, we share a bank account. It freaks people out, you know, like,
because they don't trust their partners.
What
They're going,
the
"What do
heck?
you mean?"
Yeah, so for us, it's just maybe very conventional and traditional, but we live a modern lifestyle. We are both, you know, business owners and running things, and busy. But, you know, he's not running to the grocery store all the time, and I'm not running to the grocery store all the time. We make sure that we, in communication, are balancing the load.
That big C.
I tell you.
That big C word, communication.
It's another
baby.
conversation.
Yeah. We're going to have you back, Miss Valentine. Listen to Valentine is in the building from the Tiny Room. Also love that. Is a Tiny Room, it's a series, and you're finding maybe you are in a transactional relationship, then maybe this is the number you need to dial just to make sure that you unpack all of your past traumas and your present reality to get to where you need to be. We want you to be in a space of abundance and love, especially in this month of love. So thank you so much, Miss Valentine, for being here today. For now, though, speaking about love, let's get into the kitchen and create a delicious meal of love.
Fascinating conversation around transactional love, but I think one way to show unconditional love is to prepare a meal. Now, the thing is, Valentine's dates, I'm sure you may have plans. If you don't, do Valentine's Day at home. You can do that with Woolies and get 20% off any 2 selected items for an easy, delicious Valentine's meal in the comfort of your own home. And trust me, it's special when it comes to your own hands. And the thing is, this year, Woolworths has put together 2 menu solutions, both a selection of ingredients giving you a full 3-course meal, which I think is fantastic. So we're going to get into that very, very quickly because we've got a few varieties here. We've got a meat option in terms of red meat option. We've got a chicken option too, both accompanying with beautiful salads that we can add as well. Maybe a bit of charcuterie in the middle and then a dessert, because I think it's very special that we can put this all together. And
you said you're looking for someone special?
I'm looking for somebody special, and we found a Carissa. So 2 options from Woolies. Great thing, 20% off these selected options for you, which I really love. It means that we have not only an affordable Valentine's Day, but also we have something that's special, made from the heart, which I love. So picture this. A platter of potatoes. Now, first of all, potato alone is a love language.
It is in and of itself.
Right? It's like if you give people potato, they're like, okay, he loves me.
Weird way to propose, but yes.
All right, so this is what we have. So as you can see, it's all in the pack. It's a baby potato roasting kit.
Oh, I love this.
And it comes with everything. It comes with its own aioli. It comes with its own crunchy onions on top. And then this is a little thing for you to do of this parsley. So all I want you to do is give me a drizzle of that beautiful aioli on top. And we're going to make it look really stunning.
Okay, I can do that.
Together, all right? And just make it a nice, a beautiful drizzle. Think about the person that you love and now drizzle.
And how they would like it drizzle.
Yes, just a little drizzle. And what you're going to do is just look at that. And this is the great thing, because once you've prepared this, how, and dare I say it, but how lovely would it be and attractive if you now pour that over while they're waiting for their meal to like finish. You're starting to really build what would be the end of the evening already, which is great. And so you did so well. You spread that over perfectly, and now crunchy bits as well. And then while you're talking your significant other through this entire meal, you can speak about certain things. You can say that this potato, because it's a root veg, you are the root of my life, baby. And as always, like these crunchy little bits over, you always seem to make it interesting. And that's why I've drizzled every part of this meal with the things that you make me feel. And that's how you really make it romantic.
Poetry is very romantic.
Poetry is stunning. Now, if that's not enough for you.
It's not enough. Because we got to talk about chicken. We love steak, but chicken is absolutely delicious too.
It is.
And the chicken solution consists of chicken breast fillets topped with mozzarella and spring onion. But wait, there's still prosciutto crudo, accompanied by a potato roasting vegetable kit, as you saw.
That's the one right there.
And a decadent chocolate mousse.
Which is presented for you as well.
Add
and that's
some strawberries, make it special.
That's it. And I mean, even this, so that's the option there. So you got that sorted, you got the chicken sorted that we prepared earlier, and then of course we've got got some mousse after. And I can tell you, this is something about mousse. It is the mouthfeel, the velvety, chocolatey, just the unctuousness in one's mouth. It just really speaks Valentine's Day.
I like
It
that.
speaks rrr.
Do that
That's what I
again.
like. Rrr.
I like it.
All right, so now that that's done and dusted, okay,
Yes.
what we need to do is get on to the beef. The one thing that you shouldn't have in your relationship is beef.
No.
Unless it's from this plate. A mature, thick-cut beef sirloin steak, a selection of tasting cheeses that we have in front of you, which we can plate gorgeous, all right? We can just actually just put this on. So look, these...
Speaking my language right now, Carl.
We've got these grapes here that we've served with that. And remember, make sure your grapes are at a height that your cheeses are ready. All right, we're going to make
Like
this...
stinky cheese?
Really, I do. Hold on,
Let's
just
do.
give me a second.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I'm going to get a plate out of here because the prosciutto crudo,
Yes.
right? So this is something that you can do it. Look, you can do it your way and do it your way.
Yes.
I'm very happy for you to do it your way.
But let's do it the Carl way.
But if you can do it another way, okay, see, this is coming, like it's already got a bit of, the way it's served here, it's already kind of wrapped. But now if you want to really add something, a lot like what you did with our apple roses, you can do the same with this. Because
Oh.
all you're going to do is you're going to just roll it up. And then when you roll it up, you're going to actually just make yourself a rose
Oh my
of prosciutto.
goodness, that's
which is this. So it can
beautiful.
either be like this, okay, or like that. And then over here, you just plate it down. Come on. And then I feel
that
like
in one bite.
we should be rolling a bit.
Yeah.
Right, we should actually be rolling. And so there's a larger bit over here that you can use as well. And then you can simply just get the layers going.
Wow.
And the more layers, the better as you go along. It's just really fantastic.
Yeah, it's like
and a
hummus.
way to serve. You know, just a way to just add it on there. That's what you want. You want something stunning. Okay, because your person is stunning.
Yes, thank
They
you very
deserve
much.
more.
I'm trying to see what kind of cheese we've got. We've got Gruberg,
Yes.
Havarti,
Yeah.
black pepper, and then, of course, the
Yes.
Gorgonzola.
Yes, now gorgonzola, I just think that is, I mean, that
I
cheese
can
itself
smell it for
is-
sure.
It is strong and powerful, but it's great. But I think it's just like, it's date night, so you want to just really, you want to do that. It's great. And the thing is, if you look at like traditional date nights, do you not think the date nights are changing significantly?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things that we are doing is very much online. And I think that we should go back this Valentine's Day, go back to the traditional, go back to doing this for your partner,
Yes.
serving things up. I think that's important.
Because you know what? It
Yeah.
shows intention too. It shows effort. And if there's one thing that we love is when you do show some effort. So put together a little bit of steak, a little salad, a little starter and dessert. It's that easy. Woolies has got you covered. All you need to do is just do a little drizzle. It's not much. It's not much.
But I think it's so much.
But
is
it
so
really
much.
is so much at the end
Because
of
the
the
thing
day.
is, what we want to do is...
Perfectly cooked steak.
That's correct. Ooh, kitchen team. Hello.
Shout out to our
So look at you go. And the thing is, you can do this like a slab of steak if you want to, but I like to just get these little... I think it's important for you to present as
Tell
well.
me why my mouth is watering.
That's because this is perfectly cooked. And that's what I'm saying. Big ups to our team in the kitchen. They have done so well with this.
That is
which
perfect.
I love it. Honestly, I do.
Nothing says romance to me more than a good piece of steak and
Yes.
some nice potatoes and salad.
That's
Like,
correct.
I'm
And
easy like
for
that.
For me, I like a bit of...
a little something.
Because then you just got, and it just looks good. And what you can, thank you so much. Thank you. You know, you took the herbs out of my mouth. That's exactly what we need. And so there's
Wow.
that's sorted.
Oh, well done, Carl. Would this be something you would like to do? Cook a nice little meal at home?
Yes, that's exactly. Like, I think it's important. You know what? When this happens, I honestly feel there's a lot of intimacy in cooking. The reason why is that you are essentially what you want to do. Okay, sorry, I scratched my tweezer.
That came out of your bag.
That's correct. So essentially, what you want to do is that you want to make sure that it's something that came from your own mind, which means that you made it yourself. You took charge. And I think a lot of people,
That's
significant others,
attractive.
are saying, hey, you know, I'm going to take charge of this evening. I could let this thing flow. But now Woolworths, especially with the 20% off of these selected options, I think what they're doing is they're saying to you, it's okay to take charge of the evening. Say, this is what we're going to have. This is where we're going to go this evening. And I think that's really powerful. But the intimacy comes in about the effort that you put in. Because here's the thing about food, is that remember, food is going into your body. And if something is as beautiful and well presented as this,
Come
you're
on.
respecting your body,
Yes.
you're respecting your partner,
Ah.
and you're respecting the romance in your relationship. No transactional love up in here,
No.
unconditional.
This is what unconditional love looks like. And also, don't spend too much time in the kitchen because you can get it in the kits. And that is it. Spend time with your loved ones. Could even be your friends, a little Valentine's date.
Oh, yes.
We can be romantic with our
Why
friends
not?
too. And those around us will definitely just say thank you.
And that's how it goes. You see, it's beautiful. So taking the thinking out of cooking, but also adding a bit more effort from your side this Valentine's Day with Woolworths' Eat In for 2 deal. You can get 20% off, as mentioned, any 2 of the selected items until the 23rd of February. Remember the promotion. That is in-store. It is online for you as well. And remember, T's and C's apply. The romance we leave to you.
Oh, delicious.
I-
Sanele, do you want some of this steak? Can I romance you and give you some potatoes?
You better romance me, especially with those versatile potatoes, honey. Yes. Now I know you really love me, Carissa. Oh, I love how romantic our show is today. And of course, the man who is taking romance to a whole other level is the one who is doing a tribute show to none other than Luther Vandross. I'm talking about Joel Zuma. He is going to be giving you exactly what you need for Valentine's Day, the 14th and 15th of February. And this is why, in a bit, we're going to be doing a little bit of a romantic quickfire questions with him. And then he is going to be yet again blowing us away with his voice. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty earlier on, but it's okay. It's taken care of. And he's going to be giving you his silky voice right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back right after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. We've been having the most beautiful morning with you, Mzansi, and today I hope you are ready to be absolutely taken on a journey, one of love that is, with Joel Zuma. I promised you we need to get to that performance, but first, some quick fire questions, Joel.
Fire away.
Are you ready?
I am.
Let's
always.
do it. Okay, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for someone?
What's the most romantic thing I've ever written a song for?
That's
A
beautiful.
whole song.
Oh, my word. I want my own song. What is the title of the first album released by Luther Vandross?
Very first album, Never Too Much.
Yes! What's your favorite love song? And can you sing it for us?
What's my favorite love song? I think I speak to myself sometimes.
Woo!
And I say, oh my. It's called Any Love by Luther Vandross.
Oh, come on! Who did Luther Vandross perform with on the 1994 Endless Love duet?
It was the beautiful Mariah Carey.
You're just getting all of these. Have you ever written a love letter? And what did it say?
Yes, when I was very young. I can't remember what I said.
You can't
but it was
remember?
like tears on my pillow. You know, that kind of...
Not tears on my pillow when you're young. Oh, my goodness.
remember.
What's your go-to dance move when no one's watching? Please show us. Hi, Bo. Hi, Bo Luther Vandross. Yeah, Bo. What's the strangest talent that you have?
Strangest talent that I have? Let me think. Cook weird things.
You put like weird things together?
Yeah, together, and they're not supposed to actually
work,
but they do.
I love that. That is a talent. What is the title of the only Luther Vandross album to reach #1 on the Billboard album chart?
Dance with My Father.
How do you know that? How many
Because-
languages can you speak?
2 words, 3.
Nice. What is your idea of the perfect date?
Perfect date. It's quiet, it's simple, and it's meaningful.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Well, Joel, are you ready to blow us away?
I would love to.
Come on. Listen, this for me is where I need to quickly, before we even get to the performance, I want to ask you just in terms of this tribute show, you know, or what helped you to really connect with the songs and really be like, okay, cool, I'm 100% really just giving something that's special to remember Luther Vandross.
Yeah. I believe that I'm what I am because of the people that have been before me.
Sure.
So I've looked up to the Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye, you know, Teddy Pendergrass. Certainly even in the country, Ringo Madlingo's, Jabu Kanyele, William Gwena, and many others. So I felt like I need to pay tribute to the people that started the journey.
Yes, that allowed for Joel Zuma to be the superstar that he is.
I wouldn't be releasing a new album in the next week.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for them.
Talk to us about the album very quickly.
It's called Essence of Love, and it's coming out on the 14th of February. It's going to blow people away.
The timing is absolutely perfect, and this is why I said, Cole, you are Dr. Love.
I try.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely killing it. And Expresso family, I want you to sit tight because this is where we get even more into the love vibes. It is Joel Zuma with none other than Always and Forever.
Always and forever, each moment with you, yeah, it's just like a dream to me that somehow came true, yeah. I know tomorrow will still be the same. To give to me the magic you make, singing every day. Love me your own special way, melt all my heart always with a smile. Take time to tell me
exactly what we need for Valentine's Day, 14th and 15th of February. It is going to be happening at Joburg Theatre. You can see Joel Zuma and his amazing team performing for you and your loved one, you and someone that you want to, wine and dine. But it is not the end. They are going to be closing out the show for us. Stick around. There's still so much more to come. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after this.
And I can't wait for that because he's standing by with more performances. Not only that, your last chance to win big. This is where you got to do it on your Feel Good show on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Grab that little bit of breakfast you have left and we'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is time to give you just a little heads up as to how you can get really lucky today. With, of course, we've got estimated jackpots of 24 million rand in Powerball and Powerball Plus. That's today. So play Powerball for an estimated 14 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 10 million rand. Don't miss out. You can buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za. The mobile app works perfectly. The cell phone banking or USSD star 120 star 7529 hash from your handheld. Simple. And we've posted all the details on Expresso's social media pages, so go check them out. And don't forget to panda, pusha, play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 24 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And you could win big, so play now and good luck.
Oh, man. We're wishing you all the luck for Valentine's Day, which is literally right around the corner, which is why all throughout the show we were getting you ready. And to close out the show, to make sure that we do so with the power of love, it is none other than Joel Zuma. Everybody!
When I say goodbye, it is never for long, but I know it'll be again exactly like it was, 'cause I believe in the power of love. Come on, time to groove. When you close, I can see them. When it's love, I can always tell. Love for me is the best thing now. It's something that I know so well. Hold me closer in every minute of every hour with the power of love. Hold me tighter and take me higher and feel the fire with the power of love. Did you know that your feelings show? Your true love was locked up inside. When your senses start to overload, love is something you should forever hide. You've got to believe in love. It's a feeling that's next to none. Can't stop until we are one. With the power of love, tell everyone to try. I promise you'll reach that sky. One thing that you can't deny It's the power of love. Sinner, and you can hear it coming straight from above. It's the power of love. You can deny it, so don't even try it. Let the feeling keep you off your feet. You've got to believe in love, but the feeling that's next to none can stop until we are one. With the power of love, tell everyone to try how much better the world could be for them, for you and me. With the power of love. When we walk down the street, we don't care who we see or who we meet. Don't even run, don't even hide, 'cause we got the greatest power of them all. Help me sing it, we got love, we got power, it's the greatest power of them all. Help me sing it, we got love, we got power, and the greatest flower of them all. Yeah, baby. We got love, yeah. We got the power. It's the greatest power of them all. Tell the people about it. We got love. We can fall and together. Yeah, yeah. We got love. We got power. It's the greatest power of them all. Yeah, yeah. We got love. We got power. And together we can fall.
Hey, oh man, honey. So amazing. It's going to be everything on the 14th and 15th of February. Told you Joburg Theatre is where you need to be, but also you can get your tickets on web tickets. Joel Zuma and the team. Right now, I need you to also get ready because tomorrow it's another feel-good breakfast show. But the question is, what exactly is happening on it? What does the menu look like? Won't you appetize and tantalize our taste buds a little bit, my Carissa and my Carl? What's going on tomorrow?
All right. So hold on. Where would we find what's going on tomorrow on the show? Wherever would you find? Oh, do you have
I
the?
think I might have a little.
Oh yes, in the bag. What's in the bag for tomorrow? That's a good question. So we're going to do a culinary hotline, but we want to focus on street food. You understand what I'm saying? We have the chef that's coming in from overseas, Chef Bass. Who's
Like
going to
sea
tell
bass.
us? That's correct. But or could be all about that bass, no treble.
No treble.
Not at all. So that individual will be coming to show us all about street food.
Oh, I love that.
And I think it's very cool. He's the perfect individual.
I think
To
so.
show you about street food, yeah.
He is for the streets.
He is very much so. A very, very street.
Speaking about streets, I also got to go on an incredible journey through Langa. So shout out to you if you are from Langa, and do their street food culture tour. So that was really cool. I might have just had some lamb on the side of a taxi rank. I'm just saying.
Did
it was
you?
incredible.
Did you have smileys?
It wasn't smileys.
Okay.
But it was great.
Okay, that's cool. But also remember we got some jazz students who are going to blow your mind as well. They're also really, really incredible. So we got a lot of things happening. But I'm hearing that we need an encore. We want more.
Encore.
We want more, Joelle. We want more.
We want more. We want more. Yes. I worked on it, friends. Here we go.
When I say goodbye, it is never for long, 'cause I know our love still lives on. It'll be again exactly like it was, 'cause I've been living the power of love. Come on. It's that time to groove. When you're close, I can feel the power. When it's love, I can always tell. Love for me is the best.
Another feel-good production.
Did you know that your feelings show? But your love was locked up inside. When your senses start to overrun.